crazy if I said that I didn't need it? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if there's vodka in the freezer? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if I said that I didn't need it? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if there's vodka in the freezer? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if I said that I didn't?
Straight up 2:30 o'clock. Are you ready, Jeffrey Hinkle?
Oh, I am so ready. I am so ready for this.
It is no pity for the kitty today.
No pity.
It is the Territorial Cup. ASU, a chance to make the Big 12 championship game, a chance to make the playoffs, all on the line. Actually, it's supposed to start here soon, about like 5 minutes. I guess it's 2:25. I was a little premature. I apologize. But right now, the Michigan-Ohio State, the game is on right now on Fox.
I'm watching all this on the TV right above me.
Yeah,
right now.
I got the same thing right now. Ohio State, number 2 in the nation, losing to Michigan right now, 13-10. They have the ball with 28 seconds left. It's 4th and 9. It's not looking good. Their playoff hopes are definitely dwindling. They already lost to Oregon once this year. Do they even make the Big Ten championship game if they lose this? There's because I don't think they've clinched it yet.
No, I don't think they've clinched it, but I think it's kind of a shoe-in that they're gonna make the Big Ten championship.
Well, if they lose this game, they may not make it because Indiana's only a one-loss conference, or they only have one conference loss as well.
Right, but look at strength of schedule too, and that's another thing.
That won't matter. That won't matter because Ohio State has one conference loss already because they lost to Oregon.
And Michigan
will have 2 Big Ten losses, but Indiana and Penn State, if they win, will only have 1 loss. So Ohio State won't make the championship game.
Well, okay, yeah, but strength of schedule. Are you going to put Indiana in over Ohio State? Is that what your argument is right now?
I mean, I think that's what the committee would say.
I don't think so, because look at the one big game that Indiana had, right? Was against Ohio State, and they got embarrassed against Ohio State.
That is true.
And then the rest of Indiana's schedule has been nobody's. Like they haven't beaten anybody.
And honestly, the slip up of the SEC the last 2 weekends probably makes Ohio State a shoe-in.
And speaking of slip-ups of the SEC, South Carolina is about to steal a game from Clemson.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
I turned that game off. I thought they were going to lose.
No, they're up 17-14.
Oh, wow. Well, there's 16 seconds left.
There's 60 seconds left. They just got an interception. So South Carolina's going to win that game.
Wow.
Michigan's going to win their game. Vandy looked like a live dog early in the game, but
they have the ball right now. They still have some life. I'm not going to say they're going to win because that's obviously not looking like the case. But yeah, and here comes Michigan. They won. They won the game. You know, it's crazy. The last few years, this game, whoever won it got to go to the Big Ten championship game, and the other one had to sit at home. And now that's not the case this year. 1, because there's no Big Ten North. And 2, because Michigan wasn't as strong this year as they have been the past couple of years, and Ohio State still is that dog.
Yeah.
As we should probably get to the rankings a little bit here, since we introduced this as a big playoff implication game. We're just going to read them off here. 1, Oregon. 2 is Ohio State. 3 is Texas. Penn State is at 4. Notre Dame, Miami, and Georgia are 6, 7, and 8. Tennessee 5, 6, 7. 8 is Tennessee. 9, SMU. Indiana is at 10. Boise State at 11. Clemson, 12. Bama and Ole Miss at 13 and 14. South Carolina at 15, although big upset. ASU at 16, Tulane at 17, Iowa State 18, BYU 19, A&M 20, Mizzou at 21, UNLV at 22, at Illinois 23, K-State and Colorado are 24 and 25. One notable thing to mention, ASU is the highest ranked Big 12 team in the top 25 voted by the committees. They are at 16, as I already pointed out.
Yep.
So as of right now, if they were to win the Big 12, they would at the very least be the 12 seed. That's probably where more than likely they will. As of right now, they would be slotted in as long as they beat Arizona today and then win the Big 12 championship game next week. I honestly have no idea who to expect to play anymore. I would have said going into this week it was probably going to be Ohio State as the 5 seed because it's probably going to be Oregon, Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game next weekend. And then, oh my God, there's a fight. Are you watching this?
I mean, it's rivalry week. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, but you don't usually see this.
Those two teams hate – Ohio State and Michigan hate each other. And then,
I got that, but I just –
oh, God. No, it's like the full teams.
Yeah, it's everyone. It's literally everyone. The coaches are having to break them up.
So I have a friend that's at the Territorial Cup right now, and he just texted me, and he goes, he's sitting like 2 rows back from the goal line. Like he's on the goal line, and he's sitting 2 rows back. Cam Scatabo like walks right past him. He goes, I just called Cam Scatabo a bum straight to his face.
What?
He's a U of A guy. So he's been dogging me all week. He's been dogging me all week. Alfredo, if you by any chance see this, ASU by 50.
No, it's gonna be 70-7 again.
Is Michigan gonna plant the flag?
Oh, they might. Well, you know, Jeff, have a friend in Tucson, but we have a friend in the Valley right now, a very special guest, our very own ASU insider, Mason Byers.
Mason Byers.
How are we doing?
How are you?
Can't hear you.
We're doing good, gentlemen.
ASU on right now?
Oh, no, I'm at some high school games, but I'm gonna be locked in on the ASU game on the sidelines here. So,
as you should be.
No need to worry. I mean, I'm not too worried about the kiddies anyway. So,
as an ASU student, how are you feeling?
Dude, it's been a pretty good semester, dude. I mean, I remember this time last year walking through the halls, no one was talking about ASU football. And I know you gentlemen graduated, but it's a good vibe going on at ASU, dude. Everyone's upbeat. You still have some of the haters that walk the halls saying, you know, oh, they're gonna lose to blah 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 in the Big 12 championship. Usually the out-of-staters that aren't from Arizona will be saying that. But you know, ASU football, dude. I mean, you can't ask for a better season. I know obviously if we somehow lose this game, people would see this as a disappointment. But even that being a disappointment, going 9-3 is mind-boggling to me. So, Kenny strapped up big time this offseason, and this is a trap game. I'm not gonna lie. But I like what Jeff said about his friend calling Cam Scatabo a bum. I think U of A is going to be a little more familiar with this game today.
You know, Mason, I think I would be remiss since you're talking about the student experience this semester with ASU football. I'd be remiss after the Utah game, you brought up that you were going to Casa that night after rushing the field. One, how awesome was it to rush the field? Not once, but twice this year. And two, what has Casa been like this semester?
Dude, Costa's been pretty electric. I mean, it's always electric when I'm there, to be honest. I bring the vibes. It obviously is missing Jack Bartlett's aura this semester, but we'll arrange something for you to come visit Casa. We need both of you guys back there and Mr. Yates. The Casa bucket. Dude, no rushing.
I literally woke up and started doing laundry this morning, and I didn't get my Casa. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Go get your Casa.
Slacker.
I wasn't at the BYU field rush, but I was at the Utah one, and that's like something you dream about as a kid. Is like rushing like the field, especially like I don't know, going like this year has made me realize like I've obviously always loved college football, but this year I think because ASU is so good, and I've been an ASU fan since I was born. I was born into an ASU family. I think it's made my love for college football even greater. Like even the Cardinals are doing pretty solid this year, and I'm a huge Cardinals fan. But like my total investment is into ASU football right now, and it's a great time to be a Sun Devil. I can't lie. I'll be lying if I said it wasn't electric right now.
Yeah, and you got Bobby Hurley and the squad. compete
Dude,
for
ASU basketball is doing good. Our women's volleyball team won the Big 12 title. Like,
Well,
dude, we got an Olympic gold medalist swimmer, dude. Like,
and hockey just swept the number one
yeah,
team in the nation.
yeah, dude. I mean,
We
now
got
we just need to see. Now we just need to see how our pickleball team does.
pickleball. We need baseball to pick it back up again.
Dude, I actually think baseball is going to be pretty good this year. Last year I think they were trending in the right direction. We have a lot of returning guys. Our pitching rotation is not as young this year. Dude, I think ASU athletics are pretty goated.
Don't they still have Peraza as their pitching coach?
You know,
Yeah, I think I'm a better pitching coach than him.
dude, you should you should apply for it,
I don't want to embarrass myself.
dude. But talking about ASU's game, bit of a trap game, but I have full faith in the gentleman to pull it out. Typically, this year, every year, it's like a slugfest. Besides, a couple years where U of A beat on us and we beat on them, but I honestly think this game could be close, dude. U of A has nothing to lose, everything to gain, and ASU has everything to lose this game. This is T-Mac's last college game for sure. He's going to the draft. Noah Fafita is trying to build his transfer portal NIL because he's gone. He's probably going to Washington. So, and then obviously ASU. Also, I had this debate with my buddy. I'm going to send him this. Sam Levitt is so much better than Will Howard. Will Howard stinks. That guy sucks at quarterback. Just lost to a
You know how many times I said that in the preseason and got roasted for saying that?
Yeah, Will Howard is horrible.
Not that good.
Because here's the thing with older
He's like the typical game manager. That's it.
Yeah, not only that, but he's obviously an older quarterback, but it's at least Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's been in Heisman conversation at least the past 2 years. He's leading his team to the best record in the country. You have Cam Rising, who in his prime, Cam Rising was actually pretty good. Some of these older quarterbacks are good, but it's Will Howard. This is what your 5th or 6th year of college, and you're playing on a pretty good Ohio State team. Obviously, all the talent, all the 5 stars you could possibly want. Ryan Day, I don't know about him as a coach, but
no, Ryan's good. Ryan's never gonna win in the Natty.
Do you think he's gonna get? Do you think his job's on the line after losing a rebuilding Michigan team?
It might be because he can't beat them. He can't beat Michigan, and he can't win the Big Ten title game.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is this is Ryan Day. This is the easiest year for you to beat Michigan. Jim Harbaugh's gone. They're in a rebuilding phase. Michigan isn't a bad team by any means, but they're also not a. They're barely bowl eligible.
If you're the number 2 team in the nation in a rivalry week, you should not be losing to a team that has 7.
Yeah, exactly. So it's that's going to happen. Are they even going to be in the Big Ten championship game? I don't think so. I don't know anymore after this loss. I think they'll still be in the playoffs, but it's okay, hypothetically they play – I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Hypothetically, they play a team like South Carolina, who's really good. South Carolina is a very good team. Hypothetically, I don't think they're going to beat South Carolina. I don't think they're going to beat Miami.
You know what's crazy is I literally said all of this preseason, and I got roasted for it.
No, when I saw Will Howard.
So my prediction was that Mizzou would be the 8th seed, and Ohio State was going to be the 1 seed because I thought Ohio State was going to lose to Oregon regular season, but then beat Oregon in the Big Ten championship game, and then they were going to lose to Mizzou. But the reason I said that was more so because of Ohio State than it was about Mizzou. And I got flamed for it by people like Jeffrey Hinkle.
Even during the offseason, we obviously knew Cam Ward wasn't this good, but we still knew Cam Ward was a pretty good quarterback. And it was between him and Will Howard. And when they got Will Howard, not everyone, but a lot of people were oh, this is a good pickup for him. And I'm is it though? Will Howard couldn't do shit at Kansas State. He's not a good. The reason he transferred is because
he took him to a Big 12 title game.
Yeah, but it's again, it's that impressive? I don't think so, to be honest. As a guy at Kansas State who's actually been pretty good the last 5-7 years.
Yeah.
they're really good coach, well coached. I mean, I don't know. Ohio State's a mess. Oregon, I think, is probably just gonna stomp whoever they play in the Big Ten game.
Yeah, probably.
The games yesterday were good too, though. The Travis Hunter stat padding and things like that.
Okay, so yeah, we finally get into that, Jeff. Travis Hunter for Heisman. How we feeling?
Ashton Genty's going to win it by a mile, and if he doesn't, the award is rigged.
I hope so too.
He's literally, okay, the only reason I say it's disrespectful to say at this point in the season Travis Hunter for Heisman is because Ashton Genty is literally going to break like all of Barry Sanders' records. And what Kendrick Perkins said, or not Kendrick, sorry, Booger said last night, was like, we haven't heard Barry Sanders' name in a long time in terms of like his college records. But there's a reason we keep bringing them up, and it's because Ashton Genty is also that good, probably better because he's going to break all the records. And like to say that isn't because he's at some non-Power 4 school that like there's some level of competition between him and Travis Hunter, like that's disrespectful to him. Like it's not his fault that he's breaking these records at Boise State. He's just definitively the best running back in college football right now, and it's not close.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, so the argument that I'm hearing, being in Colorado and like being around people that went to CU, and you know, in the Colorado sports realm right now, is like, oh, Ashton Genty's just a running back, but Travis Hunter is probably the best at both positions that he plays. Right? Like, yes, but you've got to give him the award either as a wide receiver or a cornerback. Like, I don't know. And Ashton Genty, I mean, is doing things like you said haven't been done since Barry Sanders. And Barry Sanders is one of the GOAT running backs in the NFL.
Boys, I hate to interrupt, but I just like to say the game has officially started. We just got our first kickoff. This is the 98th edition of the Territorial Cup. Fun fact, the first matchup, credit to Ben Yates for finding the stat. I think it's pretty cool. The first matchup was in 1899 on Thanksgiving Day between University of Arizona and the Temple Normal School. Of course, that's what Arizona State was called back in the day. They ate Thanksgiving meal together on the day of the game, so I think that's a fun little nugget. If you guys would like to continue with the Ashton Genty, feel free.
No, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be close. That's for sure. But Travis Hunter, you've got to. Yes, he's really good as a wide receiver. He's really good as a cornerback, but he's good at both. And you're gonna judge him on one of those, right? For the Heisman, the best overall player at their position is Ashton Genty as a running back, hands down. So that's all I got to say on that. And now let's tune into Arizona State, Arizona. What's your down and distance right now, Jack?
It was the first play. They threw a pass to Jordan Tyson. He got a couple of yards. Oh, it's 3rd and 1.
Okay. Because I might be a couple seconds behind because YouTube TV.
YouTube TV has delayed live sports.
He got the first.
All right, gentlemen. If you guys are still around, I'll probably pop in during halftime.
All right.
That's what time Ethan Schwager should be on.
Last words. Forks up. Let's go, Devs.
Forks all the way up.
Forking Dillingham, baby.
Let's go, Devils, baby.
Is that a Stephen Buxton?
It is a Stephen Buxton.
What is Stephen Buxton doing?
I am at work right now. I'm about to risk my life picking the range because our picker cart is broken, so I'm using one that has like no cage and protection for me.
Oh, run, Sammy. Oh, and we got the first. Jordan Tyson, baby. Come on. Come on. It was always the Devils.
It's always been ASU.
Jack, how activated is the Valley right now?
It couldn't be more activated.
Oh my god. Ugh.
There's physically no possible way for the Valley to be more activated than it is. Dillingham actually told me that himself.
I am behind you by a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where are you?
What's the score? Is it still a tie game?
12:30 on the clock, 1st and 10.
Oh, you're not that far behind. You're about to see a Cam Scatterwood carry.
So you're gonna be live reaction. I'm gonna get it like 15 seconds later.
You saw him lower his shoulder there, right? Yeah, you like laid him out.
Jesus, you bowling ball, you beautiful bowling ball of a human being.
I know. He's awesome.
That beautiful, absolute wrecking ball of a
Run Cam! Run Cam! Run Cam!
Have you ever noticed that Cam always, whenever he gets up, is always like, it's always shaking something.
Oh yeah. Even on his run to signing the ball, the AJ Green ball last week against BYU, he kind of did the little. You know what I mean?
Dude, the gap could be wide open, but nobody makes it look like they work harder for their yards than Cam Scatterwood.
Yeah, because he did. It's just a dog.
I mean, I absolutely love it.
The thing is that he's not a big dude. He's just dense. Like he's like.
Oh!
I think he's either 5'9" or 5'10", but I think
no quotes. Oval.
50% muscle.
No.
You see what I'm seeing now?
I just saw that 15 seconds later.
Dude, I was about to, if he hurdled that guy, I would have gone nuts.
That would have been play of the game on the first drive.
Yeah, I would have.
We're that early in? It's just the first drive right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Arizona defenders don't get low. They just get up.
Yeah, they do. They stuff them there, though, on 1st and goal. So,
Now, Jack, can we talk about what happened yesterday afternoon?
What happened yesterday afternoon?
The
Chiefs game. The Chiefs game. Yeah. Yeah, your team sold. Your team sold hard there, buddy. Don't fumble in the red zone. Or not the red. Don't fumble in field goal range.
The refs also threw it. Like the refs did take that from the Raiders, but it's all.
And we're in the end zone, baby. ASU on the board first. We
ASU.
ASU.
Who scored it? Fire me up. Who scored?
Of course, the one and only Cam Scatterwood and Wildcat.
Oh, Wildcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
That formation.
Dude, death, taxes, and Cam Scatterwood anytime touchdowns.
This so Cam Scatterwood this season has had.
Hold on.
He's had 400 plus.
Am I hearing the fight song right now?
Give him hell, devil!
You know what, gentlemen? Give me Alabama.
We want Bama.
Give
We
me
want
Oregon.
them.
Give me Ohio State. Give me Penn State.
So the Cam Scatterby has had 4 games this season with 140 plus rushing yards. There's only 2 games this season where he has not scored a touchdown. That was against K-State and the win over that, and against Mississippi State where he rushed for over 250 rushing yards. So, I mean, you know, this guy's absolute dog. He scores another touchdown here. That's his 15th rushing of the season. I mean, Cam for Heisman, man. Cam for Heisman.
What I'm hearing is
we're talking
Pete
Ashton
Cam.
Jensen. We're talking Travis Hunter. Cam Scatterby scores a little bit more this year. Scores a couple more touchdowns. He's in the conversation.
Well, he was in it. He just wasn't in, like, the final conversation.
Yeah,
But
he'll get votes. He'll probably what?
yeah,
like
I think he'll be a
7th place?
finalist. I think he could very well be a finalist.
Like you could tell me he ends anywhere from 3rd to 7th, and I wouldn't be shocked. Okay, 3rd might shock me a little bit.
Also, I'm looking at the ticker. I'm looking at the ticker right now. Stop it with the Tulane hype. Tulane is not that good.
No, yeah, Tulane
yeah,
is.
they got embarrassed this weekend on Thanksgiving.
Boise's probably the only group of 5 school I'll even give any hype to, and even then, I want to see Boise in the playoffs. If ASU makes the playoffs and we get Boise State, we're going on a run.
And Boise's only really in it because of one guy, and that's Ashton Jensen.
Ashton Jensen.
Like, you want to talk about overall impact?
Now,
for
how do you
your
guys
team
feel
and
knowing
for
that
the
Ashton
game?
Jensen and Shadur Sanders are future Las Vegas Raiders?
Imagine
gonna happen.
Vegas goes Shador in the first round, Ashton Jensen in the second.
Yes. Give me that. Cam
And they'd still
Scatterbo in the 3rd.
never win a Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy?
Give me Cam Scatterbo too. Trade up for him.
I
That'd
think
be
Cam
like-
Scatterby's an
Dude,
like,
That'd be
make
like
you-
2 whole playoff wins. That's it.
I think Cam Scatterby might be like a 2nd or 3rd round pick at this point. Like somebody might trade up into the 2nd round to get him.
He's still a day 3 just because of size. He may even actually go undrafted.
Who?
He's 5'10".
Scatterbo?
Yeah, he's like 5'10". His size is the whole reason he's not going to be a very high draft pick.
Well, yeah, it's if he was going to be a high draft pick, he would need to be running a 4.344. Like, I'm pretty sure he's basically Josh Jacobs build if you cut off about 20 pounds.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Which Josh Jacobs can.
I mean, we've seen what Josh Jacobs has done for the Packers this year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Another undersized running back.
That is true.
So you never know.
I need to
Hey.
focus on not getting hit by golf balls.
Here's the thing, though,
So,
is that
I will see you guys later.
see you, Buxton.
Bye, Steven. That was Steven Buxton. We love him. We have to give him his kisses.
Mm-hmm. Is Benjamin Yates running all our graphics right now?
Yeah, he is. He actually texted me and said, "Okay, my love for producing the show is so back right now. This shit clean." I probably should not have said that word, but
Hey, Mason Byers has already said it. So
I feel like
yeah.
at a certain point we've all sworn on the YouTube live. Once we graduated from the Blaze radio station, I think we
It's-
all.
Yeah, we don't have to follow FCC anything now. We're
Come after me.
We are free men. I feel
You're
like
right.
okay. Here's the deal with the ASU defense, though. I feel like U of A's plan is literally just going to be like, fuck it, T-Mac down there somewhere, and ASU against the pass.
That's what they've been doing all year, and it hasn't worked.
They're going to try it again, and ASU's pass defense is not as good as their run defense.
Yeah, that's the only thing that scares me. Dang, Noah Fafita threw 527 yards last year against the ASU, and T-Mac had 266 receiving yards.
What are we showing here?
That is definitely not a recipe for success, especially since, as you mentioned, our secondary isn't that strong. Although I'm a big fan of Keith Abney. I think he should be fine.
Yeah. So they threw for 527, but it's a totally different defense. It's a totally different, it's a totally different vibe in Tempe right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's a pretty nice catch there.
Yep, T-Mac. That's why he's a first-round pick.
Yeah, T-Mac's he's like a robot. There's so many good receivers in this draft class coming up. So it's insane.
And if the Packers don't pick up
T-Mac, that's a flag. What are we doing? Dude, he was holding his hand like they were going on a date. Did you at least buy him dinner, man?
We don't do that in Tempe. We don't buy people dinner.
Yeah, you're right. You just swipe right on Tinder.
Ugh.
Jesus. That's not even close, man. What are you doing? He was holding his wrist the whole way there.
Yeah. And that was Robinson. That was the guy that got the pick last week.
Oh, Javon. Yeah, he was defensive player of the week for the Big 12. I'm sure. Let me see. All right. Mizzou got a fumble. I got that game on the other room. Dude, it's a snow game. It's a snow game.
Dude, okay, so let's go back to what you said about the wide receivers. Like, just name me a few. You got T-Mac, you got Luther Burden, you've got
Travis Hunter,
who can either play receiver or corner.
Yeah.
Whatever team he goes to, he's going to be like, oh, I want to play both. I want to be like Dion. Like, but in the NFL, does that transfer? And we haven't seen that in a while. So
no, we haven't. I think he'll just stick to wide receiver. If it works, though, they're going to keep him at both. But I'm with you. I don't think it'll work.
Like, we really haven't seen that since Dion, right?
Yeah.
And I think the reason why Travis Hunter works and why the mystique of playing him at corner and receiver works is because Dion's his coach and Dion's done that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think anywhere else, if Travis Hunter went anywhere else or in the NFL, it won't work. Also, great defensive stand there by the Devils, but I feel like Arizona's gonna get at least a field goal out of this.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're punting.
They're talking on the broadcast about how their kicker can kick from 65, or he was kicking from 70 in warmups.
Jeez, 70? Oh, my God.
Yeah, and Michigan's kicker, Zavada. Michigan's kicker? He's a dog.
What did he do?
I mean, he kicked the game winner for Michigan. He's hit from like 56, 57 as a college player, which is unheard of.
That's crazy.
So, like, Michigan and the kicker, the kicker dynasty goes through Ann Arbor, Michigan. Like, you got Jake Moody, who was one of the best college kickers to come out of the ranks in a while, coming out of Michigan. Now you've got Zavada, who can hit from as far away as 60.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about KU?
Dude, Their journey was laughable,
Yeah.
right? So they go from a top 25 team preseason, and they get all this hype. And Devin Neal, I will give Devin Neal is actually like very, very legit. Jalen Daniels got injured last year. He had looked really promising to start last year, and everyone's giving him all this hype. Week 1, they win, but it's very clear from week 1 that Jalen Daniels is just not that guy. And part of it's probably due to injury.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to rail on him too hard. But, like, Kansas is not the same. Like, it was very clear that Kansas was not the same team. Then that becomes even more apparent week 2 when they jokingly get upset by Illinois.
Yep.
And then they lose their next, I think, 5 games in a row. They started the season 1-5 until they finally got their next win.
Yeah.
Then they lose again to K-State by 2 points, 2 whole points. Oh, by the way, they start the season 1-5 with a lead going into the fourth quarter, and all 6 of those games and losing, choking 5 of them away. And it wasn't like they choked it away and it was a 10-point loss and they just suck in the fourth. Oh, they do suck in the fourth quarter, but it was like close losses. Like they would choke the game away and then have like a chance to win it in the last couple of seconds and then also choke that away too and lose in the worst ways imaginable. And then they go, so then they're 2-5. They play K-State. They lose by 2 whole points, 27-29. So they're 2-6, right? They have to win their last 4 games to make a bowl game. And a lot of these guys are seniors. They've been there last year when they had been a top 25 team. A lot of those guys were there 2 years ago, even when they started 5-0 and were in the top 25 for the first time since like 2008, I think. So like these guys have really made their career in Lawrence, Kansas, and 3 of those 4 games. So they have like a whole team meeting where they sit down. They're like, guys, this is it. Like if we don't win out, we're not making a bowl game. Like it's going to be a tough road, but let's do it for each other. Mind you, 3 of their 4 games they have left are against top 25 teams: Iowa State, Colorado, BYU, and their last game was Baylor. Like not that hard of a team. Like they're good. They have 7 wins this year, but compared to those other teams, if you can beat them, you should be able to beat Baylor.
Right.
They beat Iowa State. They beat Colorado. They beat BYU. They are 5-6 going into the last week of the regular season. All you got to do is beat Baylor. Shouldn't be that hard. They get stopped. Absolutely. Like spit on.
And that's the thing,
it wasn't even just like they squished the bug with the bottom of their foot. No, they squished it and then kept squishing until there was nothing left to be squished. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing though, is that Devin Neal in those games where they beat Iowa State, they beat BYU, and they beat Colorado, Devin Neal had outstanding games all 3 of those games. Against Baylor, he was non-existent. He wasn't a factor. And the entire reason why they beat the Buffs and why they beat Colorado was because Devin Neal ran the rock like he was prime Barry Sanders. Like and that's why Colorado is now
Jordan Tyson. Oh, he almost scored a huge touchdown.
I'm just now seeing this play.
It was amazing. He passed the rock so well. God.
Oh baby.
We started that drive like on our own 30. And now we're
you're at the 6 now. Who are you going to give it to? Who are you going to give it to get 6 yards?
Cam.
Who do you think?
Scat.
Cameron Scattaboo.
Number 4.
I'm always confused. Is it Scattaboo or Scattaboo?
Scattaboo, I think.
That's what I thought.
Yep, they did give it to Scat. Looks like he's at the 1.
Is Ben in charge of music too? Do I have to play the fight song every time the ASU scores a touchdown?
Ben is, I believe, in charge of music. Hey, touchdown Mizzou. There we go. Woohoo! Woohoo! Snow game.
Ooh.
If Cam scores a touchdown, This would be his 6th multi-touchdown game of the season. He had 2 against Texas State, 2 against Texas Tech, 2 against Utah, 2 against Cincinnati, and 3 against BYU last week. That's like insane.
I think they marked him down to 2.
Oh, it looked like he got down at the 1, but I guess not.
Wild scat again?
I say why not? You're at the 2. It's really like it's not even an aggressive play call for them because scat like they've run it so much, they're so comfortable with it, and Scat's just so good, especially inside the 5.
He's just an old school power running back. He's like a Larry Zonka, a Bronco Nagurski type. Just try to stop me.
Larry Zonka highlights running,
dude.
Is that too much to ask?
Hey, you know the classic Marshawn, the classic Marshawn quote. Oh, when I get the ball, I just run through a motherfucker's face like it ain't no business. That's Cam Scattaboo. That is Cam Scattaboo. Also,
like Skittles too.
Touchdown Sun Devils.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, I haven't seen anything yet. Wild scat. Yeah, that's a touchdown, baby. Wild scat works. 2 for 2 on the game. Come on.
Try and stop him.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Try and stop him.
Oh my God.
My goodness. Oh, keep going.
Dude, he just pushed
Play the damn song.
He just
play the damn song. ASU. Woo! That was my 50. Give it to me.
What's a Wildcat? I mean, I was just asking for a friend.
No, wild scat.
No,
Wild scat.
What's a Wildcat? I don't know what a Wildcat is. I've like what is a Wildcat?
A Wildcat
why
is a
if they're called the Wildcats, why is their logo an A? You know how bland and basic and boring that is?
A block A. Like, look at Sparky. Look over here. Look over here for a second. Let's just do some logo breakdowns. What stands out to you about the Arizona State Sun Devils logo?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The Sun Devils logo? About Sparky?
Oh, ASU?
About Sparky? You got
Oh, the ASU one. Yeah. No, the pitchfork stands out. The face stands out. The whole smiles is like that stands out. But I thought you were talking about Arizona. Their logo, nothing like stands out to me really.
Let's talk about throwback logos, though, because I looked up the Arizona throwback logo.
They have some cool ones.
It's pretty clean.
Yeah.
The ASU throwback logo. Hold on. Let me. This one.
Yeah, I was about
with
to
the
say.
ASU sun.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah,
I will give Arizona that though.
Those helmets, those were nice.
Yeah, those were clean.
Mm-hmm.
The block A, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's done.
They've got a Wildcat logo that they put on their helmets sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. And then the pitchfork, it's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, I like the pitchfork too. I like the pitchfork. They should go back to their 80s logos.
Yeah, throwback logos for the for what's it? We're not coming up on 100, 200, 150 years pretty soon, right?
We're coming up on 100 years. This is the 98th game. So
yeah, for the 100th anniversary, they got to go back to throwback logos.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Can
you imagine if we're wearing logos for the Tempe Noodles? Yeah, we got an inside supporter. Come on, baby.
Devils by 50. Our man on the inside.
Go down. No pity for the kitty, baby.
How we feel, Jones? I don't think
Forks all the way up today.
Yeah, he couldn't hear us for a second. That's okay. At least we got the inside scoop.
So so this was the 100th year. We just got word from Benjamin Yates. Since 1899. Well, they've got it. They probably took a 2-year hiatus for like World War II.
Yeah.
Probably. But like, Ben, fact check me on that. But I'm pretty sure if it was the 100th year, we would have gotten. I'm pretty sure if it was the 100th year, we would have gotten more 100-year highlights.
No, okay. Ben thinks we mean like the 100, like 100 consecutive years, because the first game was in 1899. But what I mean is there's been 100 annual games. Because if there have been 98 games, then yeah.
I feel like we would have gotten more hype if it was the 100th anniversary. Like, yeah, it's been 124 years, or this is the 125th year of the matchup since it was in 1899 when it started. But there was probably years where it didn't happen because of war.
Well, yeah.
Hold on.
It'll get hyped for the 100th year. Or for the 100th game.
51. Okay. So the total record is 51, 45, and 1. Right? Let's do quick maths real quick. 51, 45, that's 96, 97. This is the 98th.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the 98th
That's
game.
maths. That's quick maths.
That's what I said. Yeah, so in 2 years, it'll be the 100th game. That's what I said.
Yeah, and they should go back to throwback logos. And Ben, yeah, you're face palming crazy. You're wrong, Ben.
Oh my God, T-Mac, dude.
He's gonna be a problem.
All these guys are. You know who we left off when we were talking about all the receivers in the class is Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah,
Dude, he's a problem. Who else? Is Kyron Lacey in this draft class? Because he's a problem for LSU.
Yeah.
They got I don't think Jordan Tyson is in this draft class.
no. Let's see. You got T-Mac.
Lambert Smith will be in this draft class. He's a
Corey Horton from Colorado State's in this draft class.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Jaden Higgins from Iowa State.
Oh, he's good.
Xavier Restrepo from Miami. Or is he just is Restrepo just
for Minnesota? Daniel Jackson for Minnesota.
Yeah. Is Restrepo just a Cam Ward agent? Is Restrepo only good because Cam Ward feeds him the ball?
I don't know. I honestly, like, my thing about the ACC is I don't trust any of them. Like, prove me wrong, and then I'll say you're good. But ACC, like, Drake May, I haven't really seen anything from. Mitchell Trubisky, obviously, like, is not good in the NFL. Lamar proved me wrong. I'll give him that one. Jameis proved me wrong. I'll give him that one. Daniel Jones is a complete bust. Like, and how many like wide receivers come out of there? Like, it can't be a lot. I guess Russell Wilson spent 3 years at NC State before he transferred to Wisconsin, where he got drafted out of.
Yeah.
Like, still, I just don't feel confident in the talent coming out of the ACC ever. So I don't know I don't even think Cam Ward is going to be like that good of a talent in the NFL. I think Shador is going to be better than him. I think
Quinn Ewers, if he goes to the right, if Quinn Ewers goes to the right program and goes to the right coaching style, I think Quinn Ewers is going to be pretty good coming out of the draft class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a wide QB draft class because you've got Carson Beck, you've got Jalen Milroe, you got Garrett Nussmeier from LSU, Kyle McCord, Drew Aller. You've got all of those guys that are pretty serviceable quarterbacks. But yeah, I think the drop off for the quarterback rankings goes first round, and then it's kind of like last year's where you got all the first round quarterbacks, and then you got to wait until like the fourth round until Spencer Rattler gets picked up.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like the other positions other than quarterback though, it's a very, very deep draft.
Yeah, I agree. I think the running backs is really, really strong. Cam, come on, Cam. Get to the 50, bud. Oh my God, he's so good. He's so good.
And that's what I'm saying though, is that Cam Scadaboo, even though he's undersized, does not run like he's 5'9", 5'10". He runs like an Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, but Isaiah's not tall either. He's pretty skinny. I want to say he's only like 6 foot, 6'1", something like that. I'll look it up. But he's not very big, tall himself.
But I think we're also just kind of overlooking that Sam Levitt is a red shirt.
5'10". He is 5'10".
That's perfect running back size. Like he's you don't need to be 6'1", 6'2" to be a good running back.
That is true.
You've got Derrick Henry that's 6'2" and an absolute, as I like to say about most of the quarterbacks that I cover, he's 6'2" and an absolute brick shithouse. That's Derrick Henry for you. But Cam Scadaboo is 5'10" and an absolute brick shithouse. So I don't know. I want to go back to Sam Levitt. Huh?
He's already got 77 yards and 2 tutties in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think we're forgetting that Sam Levitt is a redshirt freshman. Yeah. And like if he's gonna build, if Kenny is gonna build this program to where he wants it to be, he's got to keep Sam Levitt, and he's got to try to recreate Cam Scadaboo in the aggregate. Like you're not gonna get Cam Scadaboo again, but you've got to get that power runner who also is highly elusive.
He did a really good job of recognizing he needed to get a young quarterback who like would buy into his system first, and then he could get everybody else to buy in. Because he tried to do it with Jaden last year, and it just didn't really work out because Jaden was injured, and then he comes back, and then he doesn't do super hot, and then he gets injured again, and then he comes back for the last game, and he does all right. He does kind of crappy, and then he does all right again, and then he transfers.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, okay, I need another new young guy who's going to buy in. And he finds that in Sam Levitt, who's got a little bit more experience under his belt coming into ASU than Jaden did, because Jaden was a true freshman versus Sam was a true freshman at Michigan State last year. Now he's just a redshirt freshman. So I think that part's kind of interesting, but it worked. And Sam's, he's Sam. I think you're right. I think he's got to make sure that Sam sticks around, and he's been saying nothing but positive things, I think, in part to do that.
Yeah.
But Sam and a couple of these other guys, they are going to be the key pieces that need to stick around if Kenny wants this kind of success next year.
Right. And like I think Jordan Tyson's a junior, right? So he's got one more.
I think he may enter the draft though.
Yeah.
He's got the numbers for sure.
Right. But no, I think that's the thing. That's the thing that Kenny has to do, is that he not only does he have to recruit well, but he's got to have this kind of like, you want to be here and you want to build the program. And I think Kenny's doing a great job of that. I think Kenny's bought in. Kenny, like he said in press conference after press conference, this is his dream job. He's not going anywhere. Right.
Yeah.
He himself is the youngest coach in FBS. So like he's gonna be here for a while, and he's got to make people believe that Tempe is a good place to be in this season. And having done what ASU's done this season, he's already ahead of schedule. Like he's said that we were expecting to be here next year.
Yeah.
Right. And he's building a program that looks like it's going to be good for the foreseeable future. But again, recruiting class after recruiting class, you need to not lose so many people to the transfer portal. And I think a lot of that was the departure of Herm Edwards and the departure of Antonio Pierce. But you've got Kenny, you've got Hines Ward as your receiving coach. Like if you're gonna come to ASU and you're gonna play receiver, you're gonna get coached by one of the best receivers of all time. Or of recent history. I won't say of all time, but of recent history, you've got to put Hines Ward up there in best receivers.
Yeah. I think the other thing that I think that was actually part of the whole Herm thing, because all the assistants Herm was getting was former NFL players who were like super, super good. And that's why he was getting all the top talent, because it's like, why wouldn't I? Like you were saying.
Get upfield.
Big run. Big run.
Oh, keep on going.
Hey, Keith dragged him all the way to the 20, man. Kyson Brown. What a dog.
Kyson Brown, another one that he's got to stick around. Like you've got Cam Scott, and that's the thing is that ASU over the past couple of years has had this two-headed monster of running backs, right? Mm-hmm. You have one that can beat you, just the Marshawn Lynch run through you. That's our Cam Scattaboo.
Dude, I think Cam stayed on his feet on this play, which was literally going to what you were saying of he can just do anything and beat anyone. I think. Hold on. Oh, my God, he stayed up. Oh, no, his knee touched the ground. Looks like his knee touched.
Still, 5-6 yards on first down for Cam Scattaboo. Like, it's
taxes. It's a guarantee.
Yeah. Death taxes and Cam Scattaboo is going to run through your face.
Jordan Tyson! Come on!
Are you kidding me? Devils by 50!
It was always ASU!
Devils by 50! Oh, my God!
Ah!
Oh, my goodness. Right, Devils down the field. Don't ever give them hell, Devils!
Is it going to be 70-7 this year? No. Is it going to be 77-7 this year? No. Is it going to be 84-7 this year? No. Is it going to be 91-7 this year? No. It's going to be 100-0 because it was always the Devils.
God, I love it.
ASU. ASU. Woo! ASU. Woo! Shout out Ben for bringing it back at the last second there.
Pick us last in the Big 12 one more time. I dare you. Give this team a chip on their shoulder to play for. And folks, the Devils will not disappoint. They will not disappoint. 16th in the Big 12 preseason rankings.
They were
picked dead last.
They were
up 21 in the first half. Look at that score. Look at that.
What's 9 plus 10?
That's what we're building in Tempe.
9 plus 10, baby. It's just, it feels so good to be relevant at football again.
God, I'm having so much FOMO right now, though.
It feels so nice.
I'm having so much FOMO.
I agree. I wish I could be in Tempe. I wish I could be in Tucson. I wish I could party with all the ASU kids right now. Just be like, we're good at football. Yeah.
So I just got a text from a U of A grad. I'd like to read on record. I sent him the Devils by 80 text,
Yeah.
and he goes, "How high of a building does it need to be to off yourself?" So the mood in Tucson right now is, oh my God, Cam Scottaboo is an unstoppable force. He's inevitable.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Oh God, I
I
love
think
it.
they got too cocky last year, and they overlooked Cam at how good he actually was.
Yeah.
Because he was still serviceable in that game. They just had nobody else.
And this time they got Jordan Tyson, they got Xavier Guillory, who we haven't seen much of.
Yeah.
Like, God, ASU's building the program. I love it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, baby.
How about
Yeah,
ASU
yes.
volleyball?
Jordan Tyson, first ASU wide receiver with 1,000+ receiving yards since 2019. Brandon Ayuk. But yeah, as you were saying, just kind of an everything school right now. ASU volleyball is Big 12 champions. ASU hockey just swept DU, the #1 team in hockey in the nation.
Yeah, your brother goes to DU. Were you there for those games?
Yeah, both of them. Both of them. Dude, he was talking so much smack Friday as we're walking in, and you know we're #1, right? Oh, we're not even. Dude, they bring out the starting lineups, and they actually announced that DU's starters weren't their first line, and my brother realizes that. And he's like, "This isn't our first line, but our second line will still beat you tonight." And we went 3-2, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And actually, funny enough, we scored 40 seconds into the game. Yeah, this was not a good kick return for us. 40 seconds into the game, our first line scored on their second line. And I was looking at him. I'm like, "Oh, what's up? What's up? I thought your second line was better than our first." He just gets all quiet. And I talked so much smack that whole weekend. It was awesome. It was so awesome.
God, we need a good special teams coach.
Yeah, we do. That was not a good play.
That's one thing Kenny's got to fix.
Kenny's he's got to like fix up, clean up a few things, like late game clock management and just like play calling could have been a lot better last weekend. The way he ended that game, I'm like, buddy, you're gonna cost us the game.
He's young though. That's the thing, is that it's like it. We say that, but like Kenny is literally just playing CFB 25 IRL. Like he's literally just like, I bet. You think we're gonna run it in with Cam Scottaboo? No.
Yeah. They've really struggled this game. I mean, all season Arizona has really struggled, but like,
yeah, and I think
like that last pass even is just like so indicative of the season they've had. No one is on the right page.
No, and I love the stat that Fox just threw up. Brent Brennan is the third straight U of A head coach to miss a bowl game in his first season.
I mean, yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, Kenny missed a bowl game in his first season too, but in his second season, he's got ASU possibly making the CFP.
Right.
Like, there's a lot going on there, and it's not like last year was easy for Kenny because there was injuries everywhere, everywhere in this ASU lineup.
Season started.
So,
they shanked it. Oh, they made it. No, never mind. They made it.
All right, 21-3. That's fine. Wait, did they shank it?
No, they didn't.
We got a field goal,
but we do have a flag. Full start. Yeah! No pity for the kitty, baby. Woohoo! You know what's crazy is that game was 4 years ago. 4 years ago was the no pity for the. That's where the whole trend started.
Yeah.
Some rich donor donated or spent the money to put a billboard right outside of Tucson that said like 70-7. No pity for the kid. They're still going for it.
Are they going for it?
Yeah, they're kicking it from 55 yards out.
Oh God.
Oh wow, he shanked that back. Wide right. Sorry, Brent.
No, that's left. Right. Right? Yeah. Reversed. Devils by 80.
Oh. This game is. It's what every ASU student needed. You know, we've had nothing but awful, terrible, miserable. We started to just finally build something, and it's just nice. It's just nice. You know,
It's nice.
We've never
But I
been
hate not being in Tempe right now.
Yeah, it would be nice to be in Tempe right now. You know what would also be nice is being in Arlington next week.
That'd be very nice. The only thing ASU really needs to do is hope that either BYU or Iowa State loses, right?
They probably
Because ASU doesn't control their own destiny. I think we need to talk about that for a second.
Well, they do and they don't. Like, they do need to win to
Yeah.
control their own destiny. They just need to, but like you said, they just need to make sure that either BYU or Iowa State also wins so that they can actually make the championship game. Because
Yeah.
BYU and Iowa State lose, and then Baylor won and Cincinnati won, then we don't make it. So it's
Wait, so okay, the Big 12 is just the conference of chaos this year. So
right.
if either BYU or Iowa State wins and ASU wins, then the Devils are in?
I believe so. They had a whole thing. Their PR people had a whole. So if BYU loses, Texas Tech wins, Baylor wins, and Cincinnati wins, it would be Colorado and Iowa State. If it's a 4-team tie, ASU makes it and Iowa State makes it. If there's a BYU loss, a Texas Tech win, a Baylor loss, or a Cincinnati loss, it would be Colorado versus Iowa State. So the only way we miss is if we lose one, or if BYU loses, Texas Tech, Baylor, and Cincinnati all win. And Baylor already won. Texas Tech already won. Cincinnati plays at 5 today, and BYU's game starts at 9:15.
All right, so Ben just sent us a great little private chat. Only scenario, is that the only scenario that ASU doesn't make it?
I think so.
Okay, Iowa State beat Kansas State. Colorado beats Oklahoma State, which they already did. Houston beats BYU. Texas Tech beats West Virginia. And Baylor beat Kansas, which they already did.
Right.
Cincinnati beats TCU. That, again, conference of chaos. Like, there's so many things that have to happen for ASU not to make it if they win this game.
Right.
And like one of those has to happen.
No, one of those things just has to not happen. So either K-State needs to win or BYU needs to win.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I think the best bet is that K-State beats Iowa State because Iowa State has looked beatable in the season.
And K-State is a pretty strong team. Ben's putting the holy SHIT graphic, so there's probably a big play. And yes, there is. Kyson Brown to the 35. Woo!
Do we still have Raleek Brown too?
I don't
The
think
USC transfer?
so. I don't think so. I think he's. Oh, it looks like we do.
Yeah. So next year is going to be great. You got the two Browns in the backfield.
Yeah.
You got Kyson, you got Raleek.
Yeah. I'm not huge on Raleek. I don't think he's that strong. I really like Kyson, but I gotta see a little bit more from Raleek.
Fifth play of 23 plus yards for the Devils.
That's insane. They are just mauling this team, man.
Dude, Cam Scadaboo just absolutely put a guy in the dirt.
Cam has 101 total yards and Arizona only has 34.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, they just put a graphic up.
And he's doing the thing again.
Oh, Sammy.
That's
Sammy.
a bully stat. That's a bully stat.
Sammy. Oh, that would have been so epic. Even the U of A media is looking depressed.
Just get rid of it. Get rid of it, Sam. Oh, if he would have thrown that shorter for Guillory would have had a touchdown. And it would have been 28-0 Devils. But I'm also a little bit behind. And I'm talking to myself right now.
No, I'm right here. I just went in to see the score of the Mizzou game.
What's it looking like, Jack?
It's 7-7 in the snow game, the Snow Bowl.
So Ravens, Chargers, right? The Harbaugh brothers. Do you call that the Harbaugh Bowl or just the Harbowl?
No, it's the Harbaugh Bowl.
No,
It's the Harbaugh
it's the
Bowl.
Harbowl.
No, Harbaugh Bowl. You got to say their whole name for it to have the same effect.
I guess.
You mean I'm right? You know it.
Can we talk about the service academies here for a second? Let's talk about the U.S. military for a second. How about the start that Navy and Army both had this year?
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah,
It was the first time they've been undefeated since the 40s or something like that.
it was like the 50. It was the first time both of them started 5-0 since I think 1954.
That's awesome. Good for them.
It's good for them, and I mean, in the era of the transfer portal, where Army and Navy aren't really going to get a lot of transfers because
They're not gonna. They don't get any. They don't take transfers.
yeah,
Because you know what they do with transfers? They just make them a freshman again, because of the way their school system works.
yeah,
So if you transfer there, it's you're not transferring there. You have to apply, then get admitted, and then you're a true freshman again. So then your athletic career doesn't correspond with your academic career any longer, and it doesn't make sense. So they don't get transfers.
Go for it, Kenny. Go for it.
Yeah, he's going to.
Of course he is.
He's got
Again.
wild. He's got wild scat. Gonna work. It works. First down, Devils.
First down.
First down. Bloop.
1, 2, 3. First down, bitch.
Wildcat beating up Wildcats. I like that. Man.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, seriously though, no one's answered my question. What's a Wildcat?
A wildcat is a panther, is a mountain lion, is a bobcat, a big old bobcat. Like,
It's lame.
you've got so many wild cats. Blissful unawareness.
I don't know what a Wildcat is. I don't know what a cougar is. I don't know what a ute is. I don't know what a jayhawk is. I don't know.
You don't know what a ute is?
Yeah, what is a ute?
A ute is a Native American tribe. from Utah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's kind of like saying the Kansas City Chiefs, dude. How insensitive, Jack.
well, it's a little different.
What is a chief?
Well, the Chiefs' name comes actually from a past mayor. So it's indirectly named after Native Americans, but
Uh-oh.
well, no, I don't like that. Let's see what happens. I think it should be fine.
Yeah, Ben.
Shimon Batire, dude, he's gonna be a big returner next year if he comes back.
Yeah.
He showed up really late in the season and he's been really good. Cam on the outside. Okay, gets inside the 5. That's all we need. Oh yeah, but okay, so the Chiefs, their name. You want to know why? So you want to know how they're named after this mayor?
Go ahead.
Guess this mayor. He was like a mayor back in like the 40s or 50s or something like that. He was a bigger guy, so his nickname was Big Chief because he was an honorary chief of some tribe near Kansas City. And so it was a fun nickname. And then when the team moved, they called him Chief. But touchdown, baby! I'm about to see it here myself, Cam. Dude, that's 3 touchdowns for Cam Scataboo!
Are you kidding me?
The second time he's done it in 2 weeks. And as many.
He did it in the first half. He did it in the first half. Oh my God.
It's his second, third, 3-touchdown game of the season. He's got in back-to-back weeks, and both times he did it in the first half. First half! He's got 17 tutties! 17! He's up there with Travis now!
Hey,
He's
Cam
up there
said,
with Travis!
Cam said, no, I don't have the touchdown? Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to score 7 in this game. Why not? Why not?
I'm doing it right.
Oh, is that the Heisman? Is that the Heisman? Damn it! Cam Scata, who can stop him? God. Oh, I love the Devils.
Heisman? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Heisman.
Shimon Mateer is literally just this year's Jalen Conyers.
Yeah.
That's that's the thing though, is that Shimon Mateer is bought into the program. He's not gonna leave. He's not gonna go to Texas Tech. Mark my words. If he does end up transferring after this year though, you can clip this. You can clip this and then be like, haha, Jeffrey, you're an idiot. But also, please clip the beginning of the year when I said, hey, you got to believe in the Devils. I believe in the ASU Sun Devils this year.
You did.
So, again, 50-50. If Shimon Mateer ends up transferring, Jeffrey, you're an idiot. But also, to begin the year, I think I was the only one that was like, hey, the Devils might have a chance, guys. And then you're like, nah, it's going to be another rough year in Tempe. Yada, yada, yada.
I did say it was going to be a long season. I stand by it. I thought it was going to be a long season. I didn't even buy in until we won last week, dude. I was the pessimist going into last week, and everyone's like, "Oh, you guys could do it against BYU." I was like, "Nope. ASU stands for always something, because it does." As long as they're not ASU, they've always choked the big games. But here they are, finally not choking it away. It just feels nice.
Yeah.
It just feels nice. It feels nice to be up 28-0 over the rival after 2 years of getting spanked on by them. And them just like talking all this crap. It's like, okay, all right.
28-0 in the first half is it makes me feel something.
I want to run through a brick wall.
It makes my pants a little bit tighter, Jack.
Hey yo, let's calm down there.
Hey yo,
out the 9.
I'm just saying. I wish I could have stormed the field.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. Penalty, wow, just wow, dude. Yeah, wow, just wow, dude.
Yeah, Ben, aren't you at work?
Yeah, didn't you see he's producing 2 shows at one time?
Our all-star producer, Ben Yates.
Yeah,
and creator, our all-star producer, creator / graphic designer /
boyfriend. I mean friend.
Pause.
I love you, Pookie.
You think I make money in gray television? You think I make Valley Variety money?
I played the 5th. I already paid. Dude, he's already at 111 rushing yards and 3 tutties.
That's crazy.
He's 7th in the FBS in rushing yards per game.
That is absolutely wild.
Oh, Jesus. Noah Fafita. That was awful, bro. Just terrible. Yeah, this game is it's seeming over and out, man. I'm hoping we get one more touchdown before halftime just so it can be 35 so we can be on pace to score 70. It'd really be full circle.
It really would be.
Because it would have been my first year in college that game happened. And now it's my first year in the real world. And it's happening again. I watched that entire game, the 70-7 one, on my phone. So I was out with friends. And we had been driving from a few different spots. And my best friend and I drove together the whole time. Like my childhood best friend, and the entire time, at a certain point, it's like midway through the 3rd, and it's like out, it's like completely over. There's no shot, and he's like, "Why are you still watching that game?" And
that was a hold on 77. Thank you.
Like, turn it off. There's a flag, yeah. Oh, that was gonna be a PI or defensive holding, but it's not. Oh, wait, it was offensive holding.
Yeah, 77 wrapped and almost tackled the guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
Ben, I'd like an update, please.
Update on what?
Check your phone, Benjamin. Yeah, no, that was about as obvious of a hold as you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome, Ben. I paid my dues. I've done my due diligence.
Oh, they got the marching band there. ASU does.
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, it's true.
hour and 10 if you're driving like I do. By all means, that's a joke. I go the speed limit on I-10.
So here's some breaking news.
Go ahead.
Gus Malzahn, who for the last 2 seasons has been the head coach at Central Florida, is resigning to become the new offensive coordinator at Florida State. This was reported by Pete Thamel 20 minutes ago. Oh, pardon. He spent the last 4 years as the head coach at UCF, but now he's resigning to become the OC at Florida State.
Is Mike Norvell building something in Florida State? That's the real thing, because he got a pretty big transfer over the last couple of days.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust Mike Norvell.
Could this be
with Jordan Travis and a really easy ACC schedule last year?
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen how Florida State does against bigger opponents like Notre Dame, and hey, Georgia Tech was playing spoiler. Georgia Tech was this year's Purdue. They just started playing spoiler for some people's seasons, and then they lost it all in the 8th overtime last night.
Yeah.
But
it would have been really interesting to see how like Georgia fits into everything, especially if they lose next week in Atlanta. That would have, because they would be a 4-loss team then. And then it's like,
and hey, I don't know about you, but I have a
4-loss team as the 12 seed. Then what teams are you going to leave out? And then what teams are you including?
And would you leave out ASU? That's the thing, is that if Georgia was in, would you leave out the Devils?
I don't think you can. I only think one Big 12 team's getting in, though.
Yeah, I think the Big 12 champion's getting in, but I don't know. And I don't like that. I don't like the Big 12 bias of like, oh, only one Big 12 team is going to get in, because we all know who the Big 12 team that's going to get in is going to be. And for ratings, it's going to be Colorado.
Well, that's if they win next week.
Yeah. And that's only if they make the Big 12 championship.
But they already won, so they got a good shot. They did their part. Now they just got to wait on us.
Oh, no, Mateer.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, is that targeting?
No, but they can call it I forget the name of the call, but he hit a defensive player, which isn't targeting, but it's something else that's, I think, grounds for an ejection if they have a flag on the field.
I mean, he launched, right? So
Right.
there's that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, the broadcasters just said it. That's all on Sam Levitt. Like, you put that ball lower for Mateer.
That's
true.
I mean, at least he's breathing and he's able to move.
Yeah.
Moore seems like he was just really shook up.
It's just a stinger. Dang.
Yeah, and he's walking fine. I mean, we're up 28-0 at this point. It's not a huge deal if he doesn't come back this game.
He's just got to come back next week for the Big 12.
It'd be very nice to have him back by next weekend, though.
Yeah, he's just shaking up. I love how Kenny's out there just, like, checking on his guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the kind of guy Kenny is. That's the kind of guy he told us he was from day one. You know, he wanted to be here. This was his dream job. He didn't want to go anywhere else.
I mean, who saw a 9-win Arizona State team this year?
Like,
really?
coming?
Like, who saw it come? Like, I know preseason, we've all seen the meme now of ASU getting picked last in the Big 12. but like a
I
9-win
definitely did
season.
not see this coming. I did not think.
And a 7-loss Arizona team. Like Arizona was picked up with at the top of the Big 12. But you've also got to factor in the other team that was up there was Utah.
Yeah.
And like I don't think either is Utah going to make a bowl?
No, they're already out.
Yeah. So like Utah, Arizona, Kansas State. You had Oklahoma State up there because of Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You want to talk about a disappointing season? Ollie Gordon had a
Oklahoma State in general, dude.
Yeah.
Bad.
And then ending it losing 52-0 to Colorado, just getting shut out.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. Ollie Gordon's stock went way down this season, which is crazy to say, because he was the best running back in college football last season.
He was, and it was part because he didn't have a very good statistical season, but it was also because of the rise of all the other running backs. Like you had Cam Scattaboo, you had Devin Neal, you had Ashton Genty, you had all these other running backs that just rose to the challenge this year of, hey, take down Ollie Gordon.
Right.
I'd like to share a Twitter post that I just saw. I got sent this, and it's from a show that portrays my hometown of Simi Valley, California. The Real Bros of Simi Valley. I don't know if you can.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Is that the Angels or is that U of A?
that's U of A. Hold on, let me turn this.
Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Well, I'm straight up not having a good time right now.
That's funny. It's a good meme. Quality meme. Simi Valley, the Real Bros.
Oh, great. Yeah, they broke it all down for us in a graphic there. Win today plus TCU over Cincinnati, K-State over Iowa State, or BYU over Houston.
Oh,
Mateer might be done.
big stop. Noah Fafita is 5 for 12 right now. Only 29 yards. That's bad. Oh, we got Pookie back. Special guest ASU insider reporter Mason Byers.
I just wanted to say I told all the haters this would be happening. I remember when we did the show. What was it? The show back in October after the Utah win with all 6 of us. Said ASU was going to win out. I got Cincinnati wrong, but I did say 70-7 would happen again, minus the 7, and we're on pretty good freaking pace to do that right now. I'm not going to lie, gentlemen.
We're about a touchdown behind, but I like
all
that.
right.
I like the mindset.
Also,
We still got time in the first half.
Mr. Jeffrey, hopefully your friend knows what he woke up today and Mr. Scattaboo, because that guy is him, bro.
He's him.
Him.
I honestly think, and I will say this, he is a draft pick in this year's draft.
It's got to be.
He's got to be. And Jack said it earlier, like he might go undrafted. I don't think he does. I think, like I said earlier, he might have been a second or third. I kind of reconsider that. He may be a 5th or 6th round pick, but like he's going to go to a program like the Eagles that have Saquon, that is a very elusive and shifty back, but could use Cam Scattaboo kind of as a third down bowling ball of a back.
Well, I don't know why no one's talking about this. He could literally be the next Kyle Juszczyk in the NFL, where he plays he could play fullback. He can line up at outside a little bit on tight end if he wanted to. And then he can, like you said, you can use him as a bowling ball, basically, at running back. I think he literally is like a Kyle Juszczyk build. He's stocky. He's got amazing balance. His receiving game, that's like one of the more underrated parts of his game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could.
I made the comparison earlier to a Larry Zonka or a Bronco Nagurski type,
Okay,
where it's just
those are
give him the
mythical
ball.
polls.
give him the ball and just let him run through an MFer's face.
Dude, that's a mythical poll. That's hilarious. Dude, no, I think no, he'll be an NFL player. Will he be like a player that gets starting running back snaps right away? Don't think so, but he could like you said, I like what you said. I feel like a team that's gonna draft him is like a team that has like a good winning culture and they could use someone like him just to kind of throw in their number 2 spot. Dude. And bro, Sam Levitt, man, Jordan Tyson. Oh my god, bro. Bunch of dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got to give me an update. I don't have the game on. Who has the ball? Where's the yard markage at?
2-minute timeout. ASU up 28-0. Just got a huge face mask penalty on the Devils. So
Sad.
yeah, they were going to get Noah Fafita on the ground and grabbed a little bit of mask.
I'm assuming we're locking up T-Mac pretty good so far, considering the score.
I don't know. T-Mac has kind of had a sneaky, solid first half, but
Yeah,
again, it's not really anything like
He hasn't done anything like too big.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly what the game plan was. I mean, U of A has probably. I don't think this is exaggeration. I think they have one of the worst rushing offenses in the nation. They can't run the football at all. And it's like Noah Fafita and T-Mac versus the world, basically. And Noah Fafita has been pretty disappointing. So you really just got to double T-Mac on damn near every possession. And this is exactly what's going to happen. They haven't put up any points.
Yeah.
Dude. I wonder what it's like in Tucson right now. I wonder how all their fans are feeling.
Hold on.
Dude,
I got you.
they're all depressed.
Yeah, I mean, okay, good. Yeah, I need an update on your friend that called Cam Scadaboop.
That's the meme I got sent by that same friend.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty. That seems fitting.
Yeah, they are not very happy right now.
Well, I mean, I've kind of just been looking on Twitter for updates and videos and stuff, and every U of A person that I have on Twitter is pretty much saying like, if you keep making excuses for Brett Brennan, then you're also the problem, and that it should have been his senior night too, because this is his last game.
Per Jacob Jones, U of A fans are already leaving the game.
ASU storms the field in Tucson.
Oh God, imagine.
Oh, that would
Imagine they plant the pitchfork in the middle of the block A.
Man, probably someone's gonna get jumped.
God, the dirty T.
Hey, so are y'all booking your tickets to Arlington, or what's the deal?
Dude, I might drive
We
there.
gotta wait. We gotta wait and see for sure, because this win doesn't technically guarantee anything.
Dude, yeah, but okay, that's the problem. I'm like, the whole Big 12, like the fact there's 7 teams that are still viable, that's what kind of pisses me off about this whole
We need
Big
to go
12
back to
thing.
divisions.
What was that?
We need divisions, and we need semifinals now.
Yeah,
Conference-
considering how big the conference is, that honestly isn't. The only problem with that is if you add that plus the 12 team playoffs, it's just so many games for these college players. I don't think they because then at that point, a team could damn near have 18 games in one season.
That's how many weeks in the NFL. If they want to make the NFL, I guess.
Yeah, but you gotta they don't get compensated enough to be doing all that.
The top players do. Oh.
Hey man, if you think Shedeur Sanders is gonna be in the playoffs, you're tripping, bro.
Not this year. I mean, unless somehow they find a way into the Big 12 championship game and somehow find a way to beat
Well,
the
I saw Baylor still has a chance to be in the Big 12 championship game, so I don't. I'm pretty sure that ends though if ASU wins. Like I'm pretty sure they get eliminated from that. Well, who else do we need? We need BYU and Iowa State to win, right?
Hold on, I'm doing some maths right now.
Just one of them.
Holy shit.
Stack them. Looks like the next score here.
There's a guy here with a U of A backpack on. Do I go? Should I have him on?
Representing Mr. Miller on the field, please give a warm welcome to his father, Amaret, and son-in-law, Manny.
Hold on, I gotta check Twitter.
In 1974, the team of Rough Riders helped establish one of the superpowers in our state. They also dominated, averaging 53 points per game during their state championship run. In the final, the Rough Riders recorded the biggest blowout victory in Arizona championship history. They beat Southern 38-6.
Do you guys think Cam Scadaboo will be in New York?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that earlier. We both said he probably will be a finalist.
I don't see how you cannot have him as a finalist.
I agree.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think Genty or Hunter, it's like a 2-man race. But in terms of the 4 finalists, I think you got to have Cam Scadaboo in there.
Who would be the 4th one?
Yeah, because Cam Ward was 3. And like Dylan Gabriel hasn't had like a bad year. Dylan Gabriel hasn't had a Heisman year.
He hasn't had the Heisman hype, and he hasn't had a Heisman.
The only reason he's in the conversation is because he's a pretty good quarterback on the best team in the nation right now. So it's like you kind of have to throw him in there, supposedly. But
he's the only one that would get it over Cam.
Okay, so I did my quick maths.
Okay.
So this is how all of it runs down, right? So Iowa State beats Kansas State. Colorado beats Oklahoma State, which they already did. There's a little check mark right there.
Okay.
Houston beats BYU. Texas Tech beats West Virginia, which they already did. There's that little check mark. Baylor beats Kansas, which they already did. There's that check mark. And then Cincinnati beats TCU. So all the teams that are underlined there have to win. And ASU just got a 4th down stop. Hell yeah. So all of that needs to happen. And if Arizona State holds on to this lead, they still don't get in. But 3 of those 6 scenarios have already happened.
Yeah, but Houston beating BYU, like
that's the one that I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. Same thing with Iowa State versus Kansas State. Like I have a feeling Iowa State should win that game, or Kansas State should win that game. But it's toss up. Farmageddon is always. I'm
gonna be honest. If ASU finishes 10-2, and they don't make the Big 12 game, there's a lot wrong with that whole format. Because I get it, you have 2 losses in conference, but we also beat BYU, we beat Kansas State, we beat Kansas. I mean, these are all good teams. Kansas especially has like kind of revamped their season towards the second half.
Yeah.
Like that's, and also if hypothetically we played Iowa State, I think we'd win by 10+. Iowa State's not that good. They're kind of fraudulent.
Oh my God, what a catch by Jordan Tyson.
Oh my goodness. All right, gentlemen. Second half's about to start. I'll walk in with you. Go Devils still.
Go Devils.
Go Devils, baby. Still 28-0. You got about a minute 21 left in the first half. And they are reviewing whether that was a catch, but we already know it was a catch.
Yeah. Look at Hines Ward. Look at the guy.
That was such a nice catch. I'll confirm that, Cole. They have ruled it a catch. There we go. He said, "Give me that ball.
Give me that."
I hope they score a tutty here. That'd be nice.
35-0 going to the half feels great.
Yeah, it does.
28-0 already feels amazing. But
It does.
oh,
There you go. Sammy's already close to 200 passing yards. That's insane.
for a team that was picked what, second or third in the Big 12 to begin the year?
I think they were fourth. They were fourth, and ASU was dead last.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Jordan Tyson on the day, 6 catches, 124 yards, and 1 tutty. That's in one half of college football. Sammy Levitt is now 11 for 14, 207 passing yards and 1 tutty. Again, one half. And then, of course, you got your boy Cam Scatterbill. I don't even know how many rushing yards, but he got 3 tutties. Oh, and here they go. They're talking about how we were predicted to finish last. We're 6-1 in one-score games this year. We're seeking our first conference title berth since 2013. That's crazy. Been over 10 years. Fox News just brought up, Jeff, that this would be our first title game since 2013.
Jeez.
Yeah, 11 years ago.
Again, I'm kind of cautiously optimistic, but like, I don't know, man. Like, we talked about all of this scenarios and all the BS that has to happen for ASU not to make it, and now I'm like, ugh.
Oh, Coach Jordan.
What?
All right. Jordan Tyson, baby. Jordan Tyson. The Devils are deviling. I think we can score here. We got a good minute.
Yeah, we do. We got a minute, but we have no timeouts.
That's fine. We're at the 22. Sammy. That's not terrible because that stops the clock with 48 seconds to go. The thing that really gets me going about this team is they're all coming back next year for the most part. Like, Sam's coming back. Cam's going to be a huge, like, how do you replace him?
Touchdown Devils!
Oh, yeah, hold up. Wait. We're at the 22 here. Oh, Sam. Oh! Come on! It's Shimon retired!
Get him, Hell Devils! ASU! 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 Woo! Oh my God, I love it.
35 nothing. 35 nothing.
God.
That's right. Not 25, not 15, not 28, not 34, 35. A big, fat goose egg.
35. My God. He got open in the middle of the field, too. How does that happen? How do you lose him?
I don't know. Oh, there was a Gabby Chernoff sighting. I'm sorry. Is she there? She was with her little camera. Probably over there with Chris Cartman for Devil's Digest or Sun Devil Source, pardon.
Yeah. How about those Sun Devil fans, huh?
Yeah, how about them, man? They've been through the dark days and more.
There is hope. There's belief in Tempe.
Yeah, man. I just feel for like the Jacob Jones who like they've been through the gutter. They've seen Todd Graham get fired and hire Herm Edwards, and then fire Herm Edwards the game after Eastern Michigan because you can't beat them. A team who last season news broke that Herm Edwards was so bad at his job and so incompetent and lazy that assistant coaches would give the week of a game, give coaches of the other team the plays in their playbook so that they could lose. They were trying to lose to get Herm fired faster. He's been through all of that. He sits through one full season of Kenny Dillingham where they go 3-9, have a postseason ban, get absolutely butt spanked by Arizona last year. It was what, 56-23 or something like that. And then you're supposed to be predicted to finish last in the Big 12, and here you are 9-2. You know, it's the same way I feel about like the D-backs fans. Like y'all sat there through all the pain, all the misery, all the reporters saying you weren't supposed to be good, and then you make the World Series.
Yeah.
Like it has to feel good, and it's I remember when the D-backs made it, there was definitely like a different vibe in downtown Phoenix around that time, and it was fun, you know. You kind of cheer for the D-backs, and it's the same thing here with the Devils. Like, obviously we went to school at ASU, so we're gonna cheer for them, but like, it's just fun. Like, how can you not cheer for them right now if you're living in the Valley?
No, and how can you not hope and see what's happening in Tempe and just be like, all right, yeah, no, that's a legitimate program.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, Big 12 bias, yes, this, yes, that, but to beat Kansas State, to beat BYU, only having one loss on the entire year, to beat early in the season, to beat Kansas and Utah, like, there's something in the water, right?
Yeah.
It feels good to be a Devil.
It does. Feels great. It feels great. Oh, and there goes down Noah Fafita. Probably to end the half.
Oof. Oof.
6 for 15.
Hey, show the crowd. See how many U of A fans left.
Well, if they survey that way. Oh, he put the A down. That's awesome. Yeah, there's 0 seconds left. It's halftime. First half shutout versus Arizona since 2010.
God, it's been 14 years since we've shut them out in the first half.
Yeah. It was like 35 or 42-7 in the 70-7 game. Wow, yeah, no, they're starting to leave. They are starting to leave. Well, I mean, you know, that is halftime. What are your thoughts, Jeff?
Yeah, no, it's looking really empty down there in Tucson. It looks like a lot of maroon and gold.
To leave, yeah, they really started to leave.
They, you gotta believe, man. You gotta back up. You gotta back up all that smack talk you've been having the entire year, and especially the week leading up, of like, hey, we're gonna play spoiler. We're gonna play spoiler. If you're gonna believe that, you got to stay the entire game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that ASU fans are the most loyal in the world, but like,
yeah, at least we're like honest. We knew we weren't going to play spoiler last year.
Yeah,
we didn't act like it.
But like, you know, you paid how much money for a ticket to the Territorial Cup? You paid what, $150, $200 for a ticket, and you're just like, We'll get him next year. Like I never get that about people that leave sporting events even with a quarter to go. Like you paid all this money. Like, yeah, it seems like a lot of money for me and you and anybody that, is just struggling to make rent right now. But like, Bob and Diane that have a beach house in Miami probably paid $200 to go see a U of A game, and they're like, it's chump change. It's $1.50. But it's halftime, so let's talk a little bit about game plan and what's gone right and what's gone wrong.
I don't think there's too much that's gone wrong for ASU in the first half. They ran the ball really well. Cam has another 3-touchdown game, and he's continuing to dominate. Sam Levitt looked really, really strong, especially in that last drive with the passing touchdown to Matire. The defense has obviously come alive. Noah Fafita only 6 for 15 with 36 yards to end the half. I think for ASU, there's really just at this point the only thing to focus on is run the clock out and make sure you don't give up any momentum to Arizona. For Arizona, it is let's start over. Let's wipe the slate clean, and because that was complete disaster for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Ethan Schwager, how are you?
Pretty good.
How you feeling? How you feeling being a Devil today?
I'm feeling great. I put pregame. I put I put a bet on 50 cents on Arizona State 35, Arizona 0 at the half. So I'm rocking pretty well with that.
Hell yeah. Okay. What's the payout looking like on that?
$127.
Off a 50-cent bet?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Okay. All right, making big money moves and yeah, like the lower third there just said, it's a special edition of Up on Deck. But I mean, yeah, there's not really much that's gone wrong for ASU so far. It's kind of just been the same game plan of, hey, feed Cam the rock, and Cam's gonna get you 6 yards no matter what. Like that's kind of the game plan. We got a passing touchdown to Jordan Tyson. We got a passing touchdown to Chimon Mateer. There's just a lot going right for the Devils.
And I think if you look at this game, the real question was, is this team going to show up? In the NIL era where all these guys are transferring in and out, you're wondering, is this team going to have that same hate towards Arizona as, pre-NIL era where you had guys that were there 4 or 5 years? And I mean, the Kenny-led squad showed you immediately who they were.
Yeah, no, and I think that's definitely instilled not only with the team and just the history of the rivalry, but it's Kenny growing up an ASU fan. It's Kenny being around the Territorial Cup literally his entire life. Having gone to the school, having served as an assistant coach, having been here, done that, having been through a couple Territorial Cups as a fan, having lived through the 70-7 game, not lived through it, but been there and been a fan of ASU during the 70-7 game. You've got Kenny that's also bought in not only as a coach but as a fan just of the program, and that's another thing that I think gets kind of pushed under the rug is that not only does Kenny care about the guys on the team, he cares about Arizona State football because he's been there, he's done that, and he's been an Arizona State fan since day one.
I think the biggest question, that comes into play if this team advances, and in all likelihood with this scenario, unless a lot of things happen, including BYU losing, this team will inevitably go on. I think it's going to be what can Cam Scotty do against some of the best teams in the nation.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we saw it against Tech. We saw it against Cincinnati. There is kind of a little bit of weakness when it comes to Cam Scotty's game against bigger programs. But then again, you've also got BYU, who was a one-loss team, and Cam Scotty actually absolutely went off. last week. So like it's a matter of which Jekyll and Hyde character are you going to get with Cam Scatterbo on a weekly basis.
But when you look at this Arizona State team, and I'm not as scared of some of these SEC schools, quite honestly. It's the Big Ten that really scares me. And we see it in the same thing in the NFL. Every time the Miami Dolphins go and play a cold weather team, completely different story. I think the Big 12, helps you out a little bit where you're getting play in the middle of the country for some of these road games. But at the same time, I think there are some bigger animals out there compared to the Big 12. So even if you get past the Big 12, I think, you're preying on certain matchups.
Yeah. Jack, thoughts?
I'd like to see Cam play some of these tougher teams to see what he can do, and I think just making the Big 12 title game and the shot at making the playoffs is honestly that's enough for me because I thought this was going to be another 3-win season. I'm interested to see how it all goes down, and I'm definitely interested to see how we do, assuming we make it next week. How we can fare next week against whoever ASU plays. I think Cam's just going to be the guy you got to go to, though, and that's really going to be the true test. Kind of as Ethan and you were saying, like how does he do against an SEC defense, or how does he do against one of the best rushing defenses in college football? And we haven't really had that answer at all season, even last season, because they haven't played a very strong defense. The Big 12 is known for offense. We've known that for years. There's even been jokes and memes made about it over the last probably decade or so. So I think it will be interesting to see if this is like one of those like, oh yeah, it's just Big 12 defenses. Cam wasn't playing anyone legit, or if it's like, no, he is seriously that dude. Like, see what he did against Alabama or Ohio State or Texas. Not that they're going to be playing any of those teams in the first round, but I do think whoever they do play, Cam's going to come alive, and I do think ASU very well has a chance of upsetting whoever the 5 seed is, assuming they're the 12 seed.
I think and look, it's going to be a lot. There are a lot of factors that play out now, as we've seen some wild things happen in college football. First of all, it looks like a more clear path for if Arizona State makes it, with Tulane losing a few days ago. And then you have Ohio State losing, which was a wild one. So you're not going to most likely have to face them immediately. And then, you see, Boise State, number one, if you continue, I think Arizona State has a chance at that bye, but even if not, Boise State could lose in the championship game to UNLV. The team that they played close against earlier in the year. So you never know.
Yeah, and the language for the first round bye is the 5 highest ranked conference champions. And you bring up a good point there, Schwager, of like, if any of those teams lose their conference championship, then what's that going to do to their overall stock in the CFP? Because you're putting all this emphasis on playing these championship games as a player, but if you then again lose that championship game, you could be entirely out of the CFP, right?
Yeah.
Like if Arizona State goes on and wins this game, right? They play whoever they play next week, and they lose in the Big 12 championship game, then they're not going to make the CFP. And that's kind of a backwards, it rewards winning football games, but it's also like, all right, listen though, they had ranked wins 3 of the last 4 games.
That's also the issue we see in college basketball as well, is these conference tournaments is what decides the smaller conference who gets in and who gets auto bids. it's not really that way because it's such a big tournament. It's not that way with the Power 5 schools, but for the mid-majors, it absolutely is that way. And there's some conferences even, I think it's the A10, maybe it was the Sun Belt, where they restructured the conference tournament format to favor the teams who win the regular season title because they know that that's also important. So if you're the 1 seed in I don't remember which conference. I want to say it was either the A10 or the Sun Belt. If you win the regular season title, so if you're the quote unquote 1 seed, you don't play until the championship game. If you're the 2 seed, you don't play until the quote unquote 1 semifinal game. If you're the 3 seed, you don't play until the quote unquote quarterfinal round. And the 2 lowest seeds, so like the 9 and the 10, they play each other in the first round. Whoever wins that plays the 8 seed. Whoever wins that plays the 7, and then it keeps going until, as I mentioned, the 3, the 2, the 1. And I think that also works. Like I think that we're in this weird transition of like there's challenges that we have never seen in college football before, like this one, and like the whole bonanza and just like overall overwhelming like sense of tiebreakers that has never been like as serious or pertinent of an issue until now, because every conference no longer has divisions and every conference has well over 12 teams. At least the Power 4 does. And so I think we're going to figure that out later down the road. I think part of it is what we've already talked about, which is conference semifinals. But I think, honestly, there may need to come a point where there's committees within the conferences to vote on like who gets into the semifinals and who's like like do power rankings essentially for the conference. Because like you were saying, Jeff, like you win this game, the ASU is at the very least deserving of being one of, if not the only Big 12 team to get a bid into the playoffs. And if they lose next week, it's so unfair to have the resume that you do and then tell ASU, hey, sorry, you're not going to make it because your conference is weaker than other conferences. But but the team that beat you, that isn't better than you, and if you were to play them 9 more times, you would win those 9 other games. Like that there's something wrong there and it needs to be fixed. And I think we'll get there eventually. But
and again, it's a problem only if it happens, right? Mm-hmm. And coming from our bias, like of being ASU students and being ASU grads and being, sitting here and being like, oh, great, we're winning 35-0. But I've also got this scenario in my head of like, yeah, but if this person wins and this person wins and this person wins, like we're not going to get in even though we beat U of A.
Mm-hmm. Like coming into the weekend, we had the tiebreaker over everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to beat who's in front of you, right? So it's like, I think, it gets to the point where if you don't win the Big 12 championship, you're turning around, you're like, why do I deserve to be in the playoff, right? I mean, this is notably the hardest playoff to make in sports, in American sports at least. So it's
Jeremiah Love. Did you guys see that? The hurdle? Oh my God. Sorry to cut you off there, Schweg.
I mean, like going back to my point, like think about how many college educated people there are in the United States. Think about how many went to D1 schools or FBS schools, which is still a lot. Just to see your team have a chance to be represented in a playoff of 12 teams is absolutely insane. So I think we'll have to see how this format works out. I think it's better than the 4-team format. And I don't want to see a place where we get to like 32 teams or whatever, because we see how much we've seen it. We saw it with a flawed Cincinnati team in the college football playoff, right? We see how teams beat up on each other. So I think it's going to be fun to see who, no matter who makes it or not. But I mean, I'm all focused on this team finding their way.
I don't think we'll ever see 32 teams. I think we might see 16 in the future, but there's so much parity in college football. Like the top 16 teams are significantly better than even like the 30 or 40th best team. Whereas in college basketball, you can't say the same thing. That's why there's 68 teams that make the NCAA men's basketball and men's and women's basketball tournament every single year, because the best team could lose to the 68th best team on any given night, because that's just the way college hoops and essentially like basically just the sport of basketball works. You're not going to say the same thing about Alabama and the 40th best team in college football in a year. The 40th best team in college football is going to lose to a team like Alabama most years, probably like somewhere between 50 to 70, nothing. And that goes with any of the blue bloods, right? The Michigans on most years, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee usually. Any top 25 team is going to beat that top 40 team by a large margin, and that's why there's so much fewer teams in the playoffs in college football. But I think we could see a point in time where we get to 16 teams, because that's where the FCS is at right now. They have 16. They don't have any buys, so they do 1 and 16, 2 15, 3 14, 4 13, 5 and 12, 6 and 11, 7 10, 8 9.
Glad you got that math straight.
It took a second, but we got there.
All of the U of A friends that I have are texting the group chat that we have right now, and they're like, there's still a chance that you win this game and don't get into the Big 12 championship, right? And I'm like, yeah, no, trust me, I'm sweating it out right now.
Okay, here's my thoughts on that. Okay, I want to be confident. I don't want to act arrogant here, but if you think this U of A team is not good because the way we're beating them, and you thought that BYU team that took us to the wire are a good team, I watched Arizona play Houston. That Houston team is garbage, right? I don't want this to come back to bite me. This might come back to bite me. It depends how bad BYU wants it. But if BYU wants it bad enough, it should be an easy win.
And listen, Cincinnati beat us earlier in the year, even though we were down.
Yeah, that was with Jeff Sims, and that was with like really bad play calling by Kenny. And he even acknowledged that it was bad play calling by him.
Right, and we beat BYU with bad play calling by Kenny.
Bad clock management in the last minute of the game.
I mean, it's like, you could put out a 30 IQ person and just like tell them, how to run that, and they'd run it better than the way Kenny did. Kenny tried to run that too smart. He tried to like break down every analytical thing. It's like you just give a 7-year-old with a Madden controller that, and it's like, let's go for the end zone.
Yeah. You have probably one of the best power backs in the country in Cam Scadabo, and you're down to the 4-yard line. Like, what do you do?
But I'd rather make those dumb mistakes, to run through and practice in the season and get that win than have to deal with that in the postseason.
Yeah. Or, don't call a timeout when you have a timeout in your pocket in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taking a picture?
Yeah. Of course.
How long are we to go until second half? I'm away from the TV.
Looks like we're back up now. Yeah.
All right. We'll talk after the game.
All right, Bachelor.
All right. We'll have a nice little post game.
All right. Sounds good.
So some more first-time stats that they just showed us there. Time of possession, ASU had a little over 19 minutes. I think it was about like 19 minutes, 50 seconds or something
1948. Arizona had 10:52.
Yeah.
ASU's just been absolutely dominant in the first half, and I don't think there's really any other word to describe it.
No.
Noah Fafita just does not look like the quarterback that he was advertised as to start the season. And yeah, there's a lot of injuries on U of A's side, but again, next man up kind of mentality.
Well, the thing that Fish did really well with Fafita is he got him to only really mainly focus on the deep ball. But you can't focus on the deep ball when your only wide receiver option is T-Mac because they're just going to double man him downfield. And when he doesn't have that, he gets super flustered and doesn't know what to do. And that's his biggest issue is Brent Brennan hasn't taught him what his other options are and how to read the field and survey the field. And he's just getting really flustered, and it just hasn't really worked. I'm with Mason, though. I think Fafita transfers to go back with Fish because he had a lot more chemistry with him, and I think he fits that system a lot better.
Yeah, and you want to talk about conference prestige, right? You're looking at Big 12 versus Big 10. Like, if you're Noah Fafita after this year being the way it was, and like you said, seeing Jed Fish and that Washington team not have really the success they wanted in the Big 10, don't you think hey Jed, give him a call, just be like, hey coach, you remember me?
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
I don't see why not. A good stop.
57 total yards in the first half by Arizona.
That's bad.
Fewest since November 21st of 2020 against Washington.
I was about to say, hey. I just want to beat them 70-0 again.
I just want I want it to be more than 35. I just want a shutout. That's all I want. A shutout, or just don't give up a touchdown. Yeah, somebody's towel was lying. Look at that. Yeah, to be ranked 16th going into the season in the Big 12, to be being ranked 16th in the country right now.
That's pretty baller. It's only a Kenny Fork and Dillingham move. Oh, fucking T-Mac. T-Mac. Look at the disappointment. I don't get how you have a guy like that and not win at least 6 games.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though, is that he's big, but he's skinny. He's a big body. He's tall. He's lanky. Yeah. But he's not he doesn't have. He looks like this. Wow, their offense really is just, hey, fuck it, T-Mac down there somewhere.
It really is. That's all they have. They have no rushing game. That's what really set them apart last year was they were able to rush the ball, and they were good at it, and teams didn't know whether they were going to rush it or throw a deep ball to T-Mac. They had a couple of other options at wide receiver last year, too. This is not quite the same this season. Well, they got a 3rd and 1 coming up here where they figure it out. It's the last game of the season. Maybe their offense finally figured something out.
Maybe.
Half of their season or their year.
And that's the thing with Arizona State is that they can get the ball back with 8 minutes in the third quarter, and the third quarter is going to be over because you just run the rock.
Right. Man, he bodied him. That was like a wrestling move almost.
Yeah, it was. Would have liked that in the backfield.
Oh, no. Oh, T-Mac was wide open. No. No.
Anyway, 35-7 ain't too bad.
Yeah, but I don't want them to score.
Yeah. Oh, our corner just got absolutely
Yeah, he got
roasted on that. Absolutely spit roasted.
yeah.
Stab me.
That may have been Keith. I think it was number 1.
Anyway, 35-7 still ain't too bad.
Yeah,
Let's see,
Yeah.
anyway.
I will take it.
Guess what, people? Wendy's took their nuggets to a whole new level with sauce, buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. So if you see a bunch of grown fans crying this season, their team either lost or they tried the spicy ghost pepper saucy nuts. Okay, pull it together, man. When you gotta bring the sauce on game day, it's gotta be Wendy's.
It is not just a fragrance. It is a passion. Spot for a sec. Hey, I think we're in the wrong commercial. Wait, aren't you Andre? No, I'm Shane. Oh, you're supposed to be in a Bud Light commercial. Oh, that makes sense. You're here. Andre is. Different about you.
Choose joy. Choose your road. Choose your people. Choose your job. Take it.
Going through the list of the other Big 12 schools right now. Tech already won 52-15. Baylor already won 45-17. The next game won't start until 5 tonight. That's Cincinnati, TCU. K-State, Iowa State kicks off at 6:30. BYU, Houston kicks off at 9:15. Utah already beat UCF. Neither one of those teams is bowl eligible, and Colorado knocked off Oklahoma State 52.
I feel like the most probable of this is Houston loses to BYU.
That probably happens. I think K-State probably wins.
But again, any given Saturday, anybody could be anybody.
They can.
But yeah, it's man. Why are we all depressed now? 35-7 is still a 4-touchdown lead. Like,
Yeah, we just haven't been on offense. There's just not been a lot to go off of in the last probably 45 minutes because we haven't seen a tutty. The offense is back out there though, so I think we're fine. I mean, look at the stats. Sam's 242 passing yards in the first half, 2 passing touchdowns. Jordan Tyson 137 receiving yards and 1 tutty, and Cam Siadabo 113 rushing yards and 3 tutties. I think we're about to get optimistic again because this offense has proven to us today that they're just going to score tutties.
yeah, they're just going to score. They're just going to score it well. And if you think you can beat them through the ground, they'll go up to Jordan Tyson, or they'll go up to Chimama Taylor. Oh, we got a whole
big play coming up. Oh, it's Cam Scattaboo. Oh. That was nice.
That's nice.
The
Cam
fact
Scattaboo doing Cam Scattaboo things
like that, that's. If we didn't have Cam Scattaboo, we would not be here.
Yeah, no, without Scattaboo, we might actually be 16th in the
We might. We might.
I mean, after the season he's had.
Go Kyson. Go Kyson. We're in U of A territory now.
Here you go, Ben.
Things are starting to look good again. Oh.
Oh, he's spamming it.
Oh. It's either really good or really bad.
See, he
Oh,
gets
it's
to
really
see.
good. Go, Kyson. Go, Kyson. Go, Kyson. Come on. Yeah, baby. Yes. Yes. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Holy.
Where did he get tackled? Is he in? He's
6
in
yard
tackle.
line.
Dang. He's near the 5.
Oh my God. What a block downfield by Xavier Guillory.
I got 2 games with both my teams in the red zone right now. It's pretty awesome. Oh, go Cam, go Cam, go Cam, go Cam. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be jumping from TV to TV until both teams score a touchdown.
Just running in and out of the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, 3rd and goal. If you don't get it here, Kenny.
I think they're fine. Oh, we got
Brown's got 100 yards on 8 rushes.
Oh, Sam. Oh. Almost. It'll be 38-7. We're fine. Oh, no. You may miss this based off Ben's reaction there. Oh, it was 21 yards. Dude, come on.
We need to recruit a fucking kicker.
We did. We held open tryouts. We don't have a single good kicker at Arizona State right now.
We need to recruit the best kicker in the country needs to come to ASU. Kenny, you need to spend at least $2 million to get on an NIL deal.
He's the next ASU kid to get a Santan Ford. Paid for by ASU fans.
It might be 35-7, and we might. That still stings. That's still that. Should have been 38. Yeah, kicking tryouts Monday. Do I still have eligibility? Can I sign up for those? Like if I go back for my master's, can I try out?
You haven't used any of your eligibility in the NCAA.
What?
You haven't played a sport in the NCAA, so you still have 5 years.
Oh hell yeah.
We all do. We all have 5 years.
I'm cramping. Yeah, for savings and service, get more. I overdid it like a showboat. I just overdid it.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Enjoy.
Well, at least one of my teams scored 3.
There you go. What do I want to eat right now?
All right.
50% on field goals. Oh my god.
Who, ASU?
Yeah.
This season? That's not good.
Again, we need the 5-star kicker. A 5-star kicker.
Yeah, just any. We need a 5-star kicker, and we need to give them all the NIL money. Big stop here. Oh. Man, this is starting to scare me.
Are they getting T-Mac involved now?
Well, that pass wasn't to T-Mac, but they're starting to get him involved for sure.
What's Travis Hunter doing on Arizona?
He transferred mid-season.
And it's not even Hunter. It's Hunter the third, too. It's
Yeah,
the same exact last name. What?
That's his kid.
Yeah.
He was born balling.
Yeah. He was open, Fafita, if you hit him.
Okay. Finally get a stop. Oh, that's not it. Not it at all. Still 13, but it's not great. Really, I feel like all we need is 1 or 2 stops on defense in the second half. We haven't been able to do anything, offense or defense.
I mean, as we've seen, ASU is very much a first half team.
Yeah, that is true. They were up, 21-3 against BYU?
Yeah. Yeah. And if we were talking about this at halftime, if you're doing this against Arizona and you're effing around and you're finding out, oh, 3rd and 3, please make a stop here. Yeah. That'll work.
I think they're going for it. I like that sign. You looking at the sign I saw?
Hold on.
How they plays Tetris? L.
Genius. Genius. That's the type of innovation we need at ASU.
That's why we're number 1. They're not. Oh, they threw it back up.
Yeah, now they're gonna punt it. That's a good stop. I love seeing all the sad U of A fans.
You know what U of A can't say? Even though they can say they beat us the last 2 years, they can never say that they've been innovation champions 10 years in a row.
Hell yeah. Innovation dynasty.
The only dynasty you need.
All right, just run the damn rock, get us out of the third quarter, and then we'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, really, we just need to get out of the third and run it out in the fourth. At this point, score like another touchdown or two.
Just score one more, and I'll be thrilled. I'll be through the roof.
Yeah, that's all we need.
But like, still, 35-7, I'm through the roof. I am excited. I'm pumped.
It's a nice win.
Even though I'm not showing it right now. Like it seems like the vibes are very low.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
we just gotta get the offense going again.
I think they figured out, hey, they're gonna give it to Scataboo. So we gotta find somebody else.
Probably.
A decade of innovation. Even higher than Stanford, even higher than MIT.
What's a Harvard? What's an MIT? They don't got innovation there.
No, sir.
Bunch of nerds and bookworms. That's all they are.
See, ASU may have innovation, but ASU is also at the top of the top party schools in the country too.
Yeah, it is.
Which I think that's even more of a flex.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, yeah, we're nerds, but at the same time, we know how to get down.
Around us is total partiers. There's so many kids who come to ASU just for the parties. It's crazy.
Jack, I'm hungry. What should I get to eat?
I don't know. I don't know what you guys have.
What?
I don't know what you guys have in Grand Junction. Go, Cam. Go, Cam. There you go. And yep, there's a flag. Thank you.
Penalties.
Well, this is gonna help us. I think it was a late hit or unnecessary roughness. Oh, holding. What? That's holding? Okay, I guess.
Jordan Tyson, you're a great receiver. Just get better at blocking, please.
Outside the frame, you can certainly hear the entire Arizona State sidelines as well, yelling for that holding call. So
And another holding call just called back a Mizzou touchdown. So we really love the holding calls right now. Who's down?
Who's down?
I don't know. I just saw someone was down.
Oh, it's Tyson. Oh. I hate to see that. I hate to see that.
That's like peanut butter on jelly on go. Get 4 iPhone 16s on us. Plus 4 lines for $25.
See, I know we're locked. I know we're up 4 touchdowns. Thank you for putting that on the screen, Ben. But same time, Jordan Tyson's hurt. And I'm used to heartbreak. During my 2 years there.
Yeah, all we knew at ASU was they sucked at football, or when they were good, they choked away and were bad. Sophomore year, they start the season like 5-1. Everyone's like, "Oh, Pac-12 title game," and then we lose to BYU, and then we lose everything else basically. The start of the year like 5-1, and we ended 8-5 with a terrible bowl game loss to Wisconsin. You want to know who beat us in that game? Braylon Allen, 17-year-old running back for Wisconsin, Braylon Allen, who hadn't played a single game for them all season until this bowl game. And he killed ASU. Killed them.
So, like, yes, lock in. Like, we're up 4 touchdowns. But at the same time, it's like, is that safe? Like, we were up 21-3 against BYU, let them back into the game, and had to win it in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, they did. They did indeed.
Like, get us to the 4th quarter, and then I'll be more happy. If we're in the 4th quarter, I'll be more jovial. I'll be more excited. But especially with Jordan Tyson going down, man.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Oh, it's his shoulder. It's going to be his shoulder. God damn it.
Oh, go Cam! Go Cam! Go Cam! Go Cam! Yes!
That's what we needed right there. That's what we needed. Just a couple more big plays, and we are chilling. He is so good.
God, Cam Scatabo, you bowling ball of a human being. I love you. I'm going to go grab a snap.
Look at his thighs. Look at him just absolutely loaded his thighs off. Oh, go Cam, go Cam, go Cam, go Cam! Yes! That's what we need. Keep doing it. Syracuse is currently beating Miami 35-28.
Yeah, he's still leading the entire game in total yards, by the way.
Who, Cam?
185 to 155. Cam Scottaboo has 185. The Arizona offense has 155.
Wow. That's just terrible. Did you hear what I said, though? Miami's losing to Syracuse right now.
Are they?
Yeah, 35-28. A minute
I
46.
believe in J School superiority.
Wait,
Wait, what's the score?
35-28. Miami. Oh, Syracuse has the ball, actually. A minute 47 left in the third. I think the loss for Miami today, or no, Miami actually, they're in the ACC championship game.
Yeah, no matter what.
Because Clemson lost. So they're in.
That's like the same exact holding call as last time. My God.
Oh? Oh, no! Oh, okay. Woo! Ooh, that scared me.
So I'm like 15 seconds behind. So I just saw what he saw. I'm going to go grab my stuffing.
We're going back and forth again. Mizzou's at the 1. This is to take the lead.
I got my stuffing.
Well, I just ate all my stuffing. All my Thanksgiving food's gone. I took home like 2 huge bins, and it's all gone now.
Penalty?
Time.
Oh, did we score? Come on, baby. Come on. That's what's up. That's what's up. MIZ, baby. Woo!
They have fun in the Gasparilla Bowl.
All right, we're top 25, bud. Just remember, if Mizzou had ASU schedule, they'd be undefeated. If any SEC, like what Lane Kiffin said was so right. Like if any SEC team had ASU schedule, they'd be undefeated. Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Mizzou, all undefeated. All undefeated. Like in some ways, they need to expand the playoffs so that the SEC can have more teams.
Yeah, SEC superiority.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just different. And it's like that every year.
You know what I'd like to
even the bad teams going to their on the road to play there is not easy.
right.
We went to Starkville like 2 weeks ago to play, or no, it was last weekend. Yeah, it was last weekend. We went to Starkville to play Mississippi State. Dude, that game was a headache and a half for most of it because their fans are all ringing little cowbells. I'm like, shut up. I mean, they won pretty handily, but at the end, but it's not an easy place to play. I'll tell you that much.
You know what I feel like? I feel like stuffing doesn't get the recognition that it deserves.
Well, it's a side.
I know it's a sad, but like the only time of the year that you ever eat stuffing is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because that's what it's for.
I know, but like,
And I don't really eat turkey outside of Thanksgiving either.
fair enough. But like, stuffing is really good.
I feel like there's gotta be other foods I don't eat. No, that's
I don't think
probably
there is.
Yeah, it's probably it. Because, like, mac and cheese, that's pretty common. Mashed potatoes, I eat all the time. Fireworks heard outside of Arizona Stadium? Rumor?
It's Tucson. Are we sure those are fireworks?
Yeah, it may not be fireworks. Although, to be fair, Tempe doesn't have the best track record either.
Yeah.
You know how many emails I got with shooter alert, a shooter near campus from ASU, like safety or security or whatever? It was all the time.
Is that from the guy himself? Is that from Jacob Jones?
So today, a win today plus either TCU winning over Cincinnati, K-State winning over Iowa State, or BYU beating Houston gets us in. So that's what Fox just said, is one of those things needs to happen. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, Sam Levitt.
Let's go!
Kenny forking Dillingham! Sam forking Levitt! Xavier forking Guillory! Come on! Do you believe?
4th and 8. Let's go! I travel down the field. My winner, I go from the field. Give him hell, Devils! Great day to be a Devil. Great day to be a Devil. Damn goal. ASU. Woo!
I'm feeling pretty good now.
Man, it's a great day to be a Devil.
It's always a great day to be a Devil. Always a great day to be a Devil.
All right, now we're happy again.
We are.
We're pumped.
We're very happy. That's all we need.
I am happy. I got my stuff in. We're up 5 touchdowns. And my friends that are at the game from U of A are refusing to send me a picture of how empty the stadium is now.
Oh!
Speaking while eating. Do you want me to be quiet? Or do you want me to do some ASMR mukbang for you?
Oh, I would rather not ASMR.
I would also rather not. So that's why I'm standing this far away from the mic and eating my stuffing.
Let's see, poor table manners. I'm actually gonna go make myself some chicken tenders.
All right, we're up 5 touchdowns. I'm not sad anymore. I wasn't really sad to begin with. I was just less hopeful. We're in the 4th quarter. We're up 5 touchdowns. ASU is going to win this game. And we get to cut back. Also, the fact that Brock Osweiler is on this call as an ASU quarterback just feels right. It just feels right. Yep. Get to him. Get to him. Why has he got so much time? How's T-Mac missed that?
I don't know. He dropped it though. That's what matters.
Boom! Come on! Blow him up! Blow him up! Whoa! Third down, stop, baby! M-I-Z!
H-W-H-O.
What? You didn't even spell who right the first time. You said H-W-H.
I'm a journalism major. Math wasn't my or I got spell check for that.
You're supposed to know how to spell. Grammar is supposed to be second nature.
Get him! How? How does he get that open? Jesus.
Shout out our best friend, Grammarly.
Shout out Grammar 101.
No, that's class sucked.
Boom! But you know who don't suck? The ASU defensive line! Boom, baby! Woo! Feel the thunder, Noah Fafita! Woo!
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Me, and my two friends, Biggie and Smalls. Biggie Smalls, baby. Biggie Smalls.
God, 49-7 would be great.
You know what'd be better than that? Add 20 more points, make it 69.
Nice.
Shut up, Ben. Jeff did laugh.
You also did, Ben.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't.
What the Sigma? Guys, Ben's literally spamming. Ben's literally spamming the chat right now. Can we get an F in the chat for Benjamin Yates, who has to work right now? Chicken nuggies?
Yep. We got
What's
Tyson.
Huh?
We got Tyson.
Got that Jordan Tyson chicken nuggets?
Yep. Gotta rep the brand. Gotta support the NIL.
Does he have a brand deal with Tyson Chicken? He should.
I don't know. He should.
He should. What's the sauce of choice?
Hold on. Ooh. Frank's Buffalo hot sauce.
We're back in red zone territory, baby. Come on. Oh, you.
For savings and service, get more with Geico. 11 herbs and spices. How about 8? 11. That's right. Introducing KFC's original recipe tenders made with 11 herbs and spices. Get 3 tenders, fries, and go back.
I feel like this second half is going a lot slower than the first half.
College football playoffs. The West Championship. Friday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Wait, so what does UNLV have to do today in order to get to the Mountain West Championship?
The who now?
UNLV.
Oh, yeah, they're in.
Are they in?
Pretty sure. Which 2 head coaches in the Big 12 did not play collegiate football? Kenny's one of them. Maybe Brent. No, Brent played in college. I know that. Because he talked about it.
Mike Gundy?
No, there's no way Gundy didn't play in college. Deion 100% did. Maybe Kleiman or Lance Leipold.
Oh, I got the answer. It's Deion Sanders.
I'm looking at Lance Leipold. No, he played at Wisconsin Whitewater. Maybe.
Dave Aranda?
Chris Kleiman played at Northern Iowa. Sonny Dykes.
Sonny Dykes.
You said who?
Huh?
Did you say who?
Is it Sonny Dykes?
Yeah, who's Sonny?
No, Sonny Dykes played baseball. He was a first baseman in college. The more you know.
Wonder what changed his mind to be a football coach.
I love how Trenton's getting reps in this game.
Yeah, he deserves it, you know. He was the starter for 2 years that were real dark. Sticks with the team both seasons, even though their starter position wasn't guaranteed for him. Doesn't even get it this year. He never transferred, never thought about transferring. This is where he wanted to be. You know, he grew up in the Valley. He's loyal to ASU. He deserves the recognition because he's helped build the program to where it is today. And even if he doesn't get the full recognition that he always deserves, he deserves this position right
he's
here.
spamming the holy ass button.
Yeah, he is. Which
What?
Is good. Oh! Come on! 49-7! It's always the death, baby. Always the death.
Fight devils down on the field. Fight with your mind and don't ever yield. Echo from the buttes. Give them hell, devils! And gold! A lot of maroon and gold in that stadium. A lot of maroon and gold left.
Give them both doubles. Yeah, bro. You. ASU. 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 Woo!
It's almost official, man. Almost official. The teacup, it may be coming home.
Oh, it's coming home.
Yeah. Sparky the Sun Devil took a picture of their student section like 20 minutes ago and said 10-yard penalty on U of A for having 0 student section.
Let's go, Devils.
Jake Seymour calls Sam Levitt. It says Sam Levitt is playing like a potential first-round NFL draft prospect. There you go.
You still got 2 more years.
At least. You know,
Always up on Cincy.
Trenton's also from Tucson.
Yeah.
He's actually from Ben's neck of the woods. And also we're getting a notification that TCU is up on Cincinnati. That would help clinch ASU's spot in the Big 12 title game. TCU leads 7-0, just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Cincinnati does have the ball, but going to hope that the score holds, the result holds, and ASU can be on their way to Arlington.
To face who? We don't know yet.
Yeah, we have no clue. Could be Colorado. It could be BYU. It could be Iowa State.
That game against Colorado might actually be good. Because if you remember, last year, the Devils only lost to Colorado by 3. With last year's team.
Yeah.
So it's doable. If the Devils face the Buffs, it's doable. And I think I'm the most scared of them out of anybody in the Big 12.
I'm more scared of Iowa State and BYU. But Colorado is a strong team this year for sure. Jesus Christ. Noah Fafita is just not good this game. Oh my God, there's no one there anymore.
Did they just show the stadium?
No, Jones sent a video earlier, like an hour ago, and this is. Oh yeah, that's the video.
Mm.
Look how empty that thing is. There's
I
just
love
no
it.
one. Yeah, it is. I mean, 49-7, and it's already a lost season for Arizona. Like, might as well just pack up your bags and say maybe next year.
Maybe. Thank you for the lower third. They all went home.
They heard that this cutie named Ben Yates lives in Tucson, and they're coming to try and find him. They want to cuddle with him.
Kenny's still yelling at his players. Finish.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw what happened last week. They barely were able to finish that game. He doesn't want a repeat of that. And even though they're up by 6 tutties, like, anything can happen in college football.
Yeah, 6 tutties, but with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left. I think it's safe to say that. I think it's safe to say ASU's going to win this game.
I think he caught that.
Huh?
I think he caught that. No. They rolled it.
Broadcasters just brought up a great point.
Uh-oh.
Kenny Dillingham, not a big partier.
Is he actually not?
No.
That surprises me. He went to Arizona State.
I know. All right, so I'm gonna just put this in the win column, right? So let's get back to the drawing board here. ASU, U of A. ASU check. All right, so TCU is still up on Cincinnati, 7-0. A lot of stuff. Huh?
If they win, then we clinch.
Yeah.
Assuming we win this game, which I don't know why you wouldn't assume that at this point.
I've still got to work tonight. I still got to work tonight, Jack.
You still have work? What time do you start?
Technically 5, but I told them I'd be in at 6. I'm an hour behind you. Yeah.
Right. All right. Yeah,
So that's the post game. I don't know how far I'm going to be, or how much I'm going to be able to stick around for.
We can make it quick.
We've kind of already said everything that we could say in a post game. Just like, hey, ASU's going to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in a game like this, you almost have to do post game now. You know what I mean? Like, you remember doing play-by-play, and there's a game where some team's getting spanked on, so you just kind of start recapping the game early, and then by post game, you're like, oh, I've already said all this.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the game back. All right.
Oh man, that's hard to see for everybody. Things that would remain, giving them some encouragement.
Yeah, all 7 people there.
Yeah, that stadium is so empty. That is almost as empty as when Anthony Remedios and I were inside that stadium in February.
Oh my God. Yeah, they put in the backup QB. It's over.
It's, yeah. 143 yards, 8 catches, and 1 tutty for Jordan Tyson on the day, but looks like he's in a sling on the sidelines. Devin Hyatt also was taken off the field for U of A. But for this game, none of that really matters. Everyone kind of.
It's more of like what's going to happen next week with Jordan Tyson.
Right. That's the biggest question I have.
Or without Jordan Tyson, I guess no. Because that looks like a broken collarbone.
It might be, which is scary. So they got the future in for Arizona now. Cole Tannenbaum, just a sophomore. And honestly, it's not a bad idea, like, just to see where you stand right now for next season.
Yeah.
There's quite a few teams that actually, like, they usually do that in a bowl game, but when teams don't make a bowl game, they'll do it in the last game of the season and treat it as a bowl game because there's still a trophy on the line usually. But USC did this last year with Miller Moss because he, obviously wasn't the starter all season, and Caleb Williams was, and then he gets thrown in, has a really solid game. I think they won their bowl game because of Miller, and then he becomes the starter week 1, kicks LSU's butt.
I thought
Obviously, season, but I mean, they still. Go! Yeah! Woohoo! Hey, shoot! Ba ba ba! Hey, shoot! Ba ba ba! Hey, shoot! Woo!
Take that ball out of bounds.
now just run some clock. Just run some clock, Kenny. Or put one more on the board. I won't say anything. Let's go.
Also, Syracuse is once again leading Miami 42-35 with like 7.5 left in the fourth.
I believe in J School superiority. I said it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it till the day I die.
642 total yards. That's the most since 2016 when Patrick Mahomes was still at Texas Tech.
Oh, my God.
They lost that game, though. Good for Trenton, man. I'm just glad he's getting playing time and getting.
He also gets to play with. Is that his brother?
I thought his brother was an O lineman.
Yeah, it's his brother.
Which number?
88 on the.
Oh yeah. That's cool. That's gonna be a fun moment for them for the rest of their lives. Yeah, that's something they'll cherish forever. That's gotta be
That's cool. Yeah, take Scam out of there. Or Cam.
Yeah, no, you should take all the starters out at this point.
It's, call the president. It's Drover.
What's gonna be the new saying once Joe leaves the office? It's Trumper. That don't make any sense. That wasn't even funny.
Call the president. It's done. It's done.
You're fired. Trumper, I hardly know. That's crazy. That's a sick and twisted joke. Hey? PI. That's a flag. Throw it. Throw the flag.
They're not gonna.
Whatever. Just run the clock out.
Might have been PI though.
It was 100% PI. Welcome to Tempe South. It is Tempe South. Today, tomorrow, for a whole year.
And guess what? We get them in Tempe next year.
The last 2 years, Tempe's been Tucson North.
Do we get them in Tempe next year?
Huh?
We get them in Tempe next year, right?
Yeah, it switches every year.
Westland High School in Oregon, which also has turned out, among others,
4 minutes left.
championship winner for the Boston Celtics.
4 minutes left in the season for T-Mac and Noah Fafita. And 4 minutes left in the regular season for Cam Scattaboo, Sam Lovett, and Kenny Forkin Dillingham.
TCU up 10-0 on Cincinnati now.
There you go. That's what we need. Hey-yo. Keep running the ball, please. Keep running it. This has been a really good rivalry weekend. I mean, like, Thursday starting off with Memphis upsetting Tulane, then last night with 8 overtimes and Georgia between the Bulldogs and Georgia Tech. Vanderbilt kept it close with Tennessee for most of today.
Yeah.
Clemson.
What's the Iron Bowl looking like?
Bama's killing them. Last time I checked, it was like 26-3 or something like that.
It's 28-14 in the fourth now.
Oh, well.
Bama's got the ball, though. Yeah, TCU's up 10-0 on Cincy right now.
Syracuse still up on Miami.
Miami's got the ball, though.
Yeah. And they're on the Syracuse 36.
ASU chants are going on at the U of A Stadium.
Oh. So if Miami loses, actually, they do miss out on the ACC championship game. They would go to Clemson. Because Clemson is 7-1 in conference play. Miami is 6-1 right now. And if Miami loses, then they're 6-2, and they miss it. But if they win, they're 7-1 with a better overall record than Clemson, so they would get in. But they have not clinched, so this game really matters. And Miami not only gets upset by Syracuse, but they would miss the ACC championship game, which means they miss their automatic bid for the ACC. I don't think they're making the playoffs. It'd be a 2-loss team with those 2 losses coming to Syracuse, who is 8-3, and Georgia Tech.
And they also didn't really look that good early on in the season against.
They don't look good at all.
No.
They're only ranked this high because once Florida State lost, everyone's like, who else in the ACC? I guess Miami. That's literally it.
And that's got to take a hit on Cam Ward's Heisman hopes. Like,
oh, 100%.
Like he had very slim chances coming into today, but after today, it's just
they're gone. I mean, like, they barely beat Virginia Tech. They beat Cal by 1 point, a Cal team that's like very weird this season. I can't tell if they're going to be really good one week or really bad one week. It's very hit or miss with them.
Hold on, you mean known ACC rivals Cal and Miami?
Yeah, big, huge rivalry, you know. Yeah, you just having to. It's normal that in the same conference you have to fly from one coast all the way over to the other coast to play in Berkeley, California, because that's the same coast as where Miami is.
The ACC, the All Coast Conference.
Yep. I hear cheering. Oh, we scored! We're beating Arkansas! Come on, baby! Come on, F-R-C-C-O-U! Come on. There we go. The kneel down starts, baby. The kneel down starts. na na na. No, no. Oh, hello. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Tripping for game, you're my hero. You stayed when you didn't have to. You stayed for 3 seasons, and you were loyal. Now you get to kneel down against the rival school. Princeton for them. You like your sweet. We don't hurt you. So awesome. I love Kenny Forkin, Gillidan, Kenny and TV16. We're gonna go to the Big 12 title game. Hey, shoot! Hey, shoot! Hey, shoot! Woo! Come on, baby! Come on!
One more kneel down. That's all we need.
Yes! Gatorade back! Yes! 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 Only 10, I'm headed to you! I'm headed there! Come on! Go get Jeremy out of the shot. Dude, Jeremy does not, if there's one Sun Devil that does not deserve it, it's Jeremy Fox. You know that guy, the last conversation I ever had with him, he told me F you.
What?
Jeremy Hawks. Last conversation I ever had with him, he said, fuck F you. Me. And Blake Neiman.
Oh,
Yeah.
how fun.
He's kind of a jerk. Hey, SU. Hey, SU. Hey, SU. Woo! We did it, baby. We did
We
it.
did it.
First 10 wins
Oh.
in a decade.
We tried it in exactly. We tried it in the blockade.
Well, can they get Jeremy out of the shot? Why is he there? Why is he there? He's not the football SID. He's not some hot shot. He's just a jerk who stat pads for ASU baseball. That's all he does. Look at Blake. Yeah, run, Blake. Run, Blake. Yeah, you go. You go hoist that cup. Come on, man. Is that Porsche? Yeah, that is Porsche. Oh, no, that's true. There's a U of A guy. Well, there we go. The teacup is ours. It's coming home. 49-7 is the final. We're a TCU win away from headed to Arlington next weekend. I think I speak for all the Sun Devil faithful that we're pretty ecstatic right now. We're pretty excited. We're happy. We're energized. This is a different vibe than we were feeling this time last year.
Absolutely. It's Kenny said it best last week. We're a year ahead of schedule. And I had faith, I had hope for this week, but never in a million years would I imagine this. Like, I don't know. I'm still in shock. Yeah, the lower third there, the first 10 win seasons in 2014. It's also the longest winning streak since 2014. It feels good. It feels good to be a Devil right now.
It feels great. It feels super great to be a Devil. It has honestly, this is the most proud I've ever been to be of ASU football. Even when I went to school there.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, you really just backlit yourself like crazy.
I kind of did, yeah. I'm trying to. Let me see if this. There we go. There we go.
That works better.
I just wanted to get in the same room as the Mizzou game because that one's still going on and ours is over. So.
Yeah. What's it?
30 seconds away from 2 wins in one day. Come on. Come on. Taylor Green. Oh, crap.
Not good?
So, yeah. Let's check the score of the TCU game. Doesn't seem like Mason is going to join us here or Ethan. They're up 10-7. 10.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. So
it's still looking good. It's not quite the 10-0 that we saw earlier. If they lose that game, though, there are still ways. If BYU wins or if Iowa State wins, then Mizzou or ASU is in.
So Kansas State has to beat Iowa State. Oh no, yeah, Iowa State has to beat Kansas State. And then
if Iowa State beats K-State or if BYU beats Houston or if TCU beats Cincinnati, then ASU is in.
Yeah.
But if Iowa State beats K-State, Colorado beats Oklahoma State, Houston beats BYU, Tech beats West Virginia, Baylor beats Kansas, and Cincinnati beats TCU, then we're out.
Yeah.
There's no Big 12 title game. But that's only if all of those things happen.
Yeah. It's kind of like COVID.
Yes, and like a really wacky world, Iowa State winning is a bad thing. But for the most part, if it's just Iowa State or if it's just BYU winning or if it's just TCU winning, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes! Mizzou won! Yes! 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 Come on! Come on! Yes! We're gonna have a 10-win season! Yes! Yes!
Bork and Senate. Wait, what does the lower third mean, Jack? Please private chat us and see. And what does that mean?
Beat him up! Beat him up! Fight him! Fight him! Yeah! Keep going!
I probably just my neighbors probably hate me.
Maybe. I know mine have knocked on my door at least once, like when I was cheering for ASU this season.
Oh, they've never knocked on my door.
Mine have definitely knocked on mine. All right, I got to get ready for work. It was a pleasure watching the game with you, and it's a pleasure giving live reactions.
We got to do this for the Big 12 title game.
Oh, yeah.
I may be in Arlington.
I might not be, but we'll see.
But, dang, this was almost a 4-hour stream.
Yeah,
so
it
if
was.
you stuck around with us for the whole thing, we appreciate your patience. We appreciate you guys for sticking it out with us. We're going to end it with Devs on top, baby.
Devs on top. It's always been the Sun Devils.
Always was the Devs.
It has always been the Devils. All right. I'll see you guys later.
We love you, Jeff. So there you have it. ASU wins. Mizzou wins. It's a good day for college football. We are forking. 49-7 is your final score. Before we leave, we're going to throw out some stats from the game. My phone wants to load. So Sam Leavitt, end of the day, with 291 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 17 for 22. Trenton Bourget was 2 for 3, 71 yards, and 1 tutty. Cam Scadaboo, 177 yards and 3 tutties on 21 carries. Tyson Brown also reached 100 rushing yards on 8 carries. Jordan Tyson led the team in receiving yards with 143 on 8 catches, 1 tutty. Xavier Guillory and Derek Usibo also scored receiving touchdowns. Melquan Stovall with the only recorded fumble for ASU. Just about covers it. For Arizona, I guess if you want to look on the other side, Noah Fafita, 126 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 14 for 29. And really, T-Mac, 68 receiving yards, 6 catches, and 1 touchdown. But just there was not a lot of magic offensively for them today. They really struggled. Obviously, the 7 points on the final scoreboard there showcases that. But I think that I don't think Ethan Traeger or Mason Byers are gonna join us. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We appreciate you again for joining us, sticking it out. For everybody, for all my Sun Devil faith, we're forking, baby. Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love.